the postseason with a great performance.
Gwynn and Chris are ready to go.
What's up, San Diego? Welcome in. Gwynn and Chris, Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Cello, Matt Skraby.
Got to change the open there.
Why? What happened?
Because Gwynn and Chris are not ready to go. Gwynn is ready to go.
Oh, Chris is not ready to go.
Braden was blabbing on, and I was actually
You were
engaged.
entertaining the conversation.
I was. That's what I mean. I got caught up in his conversation, and I forgot to sign on to the computer, or I didn't get to it. So I'll be joining the video part of the program shortly.
All right.
Yes. Maybe, if my computer responds here.
4-hour show for you today. We'll talk to Matt Snyder, CBS Sports.
Hey, all right.
Little Padres Pen Pal in the 3 o'clock hour. J.D. Luster, assistant coach for the men's San Diego State basketball team, will join us, talk a little bit about their victory here earlier this week. And Skraby, I heard you were on a soapbox yesterday on a serious subject in terms of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that at some point today.
I was also asked today I don't know how this came up with my wife and I this morning, but the question put to me was, what is your favorite thing you're going to do today? So I was thinking of the day ahead, and I was like, what am I looking forward to the most? And I have to be, totally honest with you. The first thing that came into my head was kind of looking forward to our NFL playoff pick segment today.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be really fun. It's going to be hard to pick this year. I think the games are going to be good. But I did not quickly answer that way to my wife. I didn't think she would take too kindly to that response.
You didn't give her your initial thought.
I didn't give her that response. I gave her, when you get home later and we're able to cuddle with the dog a little bit. That's what I came up with. That's what I said.
Did she see through that?
Probably. She humored me.
Okay.
But
all right.
Yeah, my first thought was I'm really looking forward to the NFL picks. I mean, I don't know, for some reason I've been waiting all week and can't wait to, get in on this and see how we do on our picks.
Where we talked about Rashee Rice, I thought he was going to say
I thought he was going there too. But
enjoy trashing Rashee Rice. I'm glad you did not say that.
Yeah, Rashee Rice is he's easy target today. So.
The other thing that I did not realize until Chris said it in the text chain was we got ourselves a college playoff football game.
Right, there's a game tonight.
You're a sports liker too. Then
didn't even dawn on me.
Well, you know why? It's fair. I think for you and most people not to even think and realize that there's the Miami Ole Miss semifinal, and that's college football's fault.
Yeah,
because all we're talking about in college football is everything that's wrong with the sport.
100%.
Nobody's talking about these games, and it's really kind of a shame.
You know how the NFL puts a kibosh on any news coming out during postseason play, things of that nature? Like
they have a reason they do it.
100%.
Yeah.
And right now, college football is fumbling. Because we're talking about the NIL and guys, changing transfer.
The University of Washington quarterback is, now the new poster child for everything that's wrong.
That's all that we're talking about.
That's all we're talking about.
And so, it didn't even dawn on us that today Miami and Ole Miss will lock horns.
Should be a great game. You've got an unbelievable defense going up against what looks to be a pretty dynamic offense and a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a great game tonight, but no one cares about it. Tomorrow, Indiana and Oregon, which I think is another high-level, great game, and it's too bad we're not excited about those.
Yeah, no, it's certainly not the best. What's the word I'm looking for?
Just whoever. Hey, look, the NCAA barely has leadership.
Not the best marketing.
Right, that's what I was going to say. They
playoff.
barely have leadership, so you can't expect them to have somebody there, working on marketing and promotion. I mean, they can't get out of their own way.
In other news, I think this might be one of the things that you may not have been looking forward to, but certainly had to raise your eyebrow in a way that made you happy. Was
I didn't know this was going to happen. Had I known this was going to happen, it would have been an easy answer.
Miami Dolphins fire their head coach.
Yeah.
And, I think as the John Harbaugh thing started to kind of settle in,
we're
starting to see more teams start to kind of
they're looking in their own building and they're going, wait a minute.
They're
Yeah.
100%. And
Yeah.
so Miami is the first one to jump out there in terms of, oh yeah, I guess maybe we can look to see of a change now with a guy like John Harbaugh available. And listen, it may not be done because I don't think Mike Tomlin is out of the woods. Now, I've said
I think you're right, Tony. If they lose Monday night, people in Pittsburgh are going to go, well, this is another year of,
100%. Still haven't got a playoff
That's
victory.
right. I think that's a good point.
And I think
Boy, could you imagine them going across the river to Baltimore?
Man.
I mean, from Baltimore to Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, listen, it hasn't been lost on me that if Pittsburgh doesn't win, which is the last game, I believe they played Monday night.
Yeah.
Yep.
We could very well see more movement. And
that's
listen,
fair point.
I think teams that have coaches, there's no way that they're not, unless you're one of the creme de la cremes that somehow missed it. Andy Reid, who else we missed in the playoffs this year?
There's some people
there's
that
a
have
couple teams that are.
I mean,
coaches.
look, if I was Jerry Jones, I'd be thinking I made a wrong call. But I thought he made a wrong call before the season
started.
started.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that Jerry Jones has working against him. I think is I don't know that a John Harbaugh or Mike Tomlin is going to want to
be controlled
under those rules.
That is one thing the Dolphins do have going for them that you said earlier this week, because the Dolphin owner is mostly asleep. So he doesn't know what's happening.
Listen, he is more than willing to let whatever coaches do whatever it is he thinks that they need to do.
I honestly think you can almost jokingly say that he didn't fire Mike McDaniel till today because it took him this long to realize their season was over. That's kind of literally sleep. Yeah. You had to rouse him from his slumber. Just a quick thought on the Mike McDaniel. People have been texting me today and say, "Oh, your dream came true and you're excited." I don't like to see anyone even, get fired, even if it's somebody I think kind of should. I thought Mike McDaniel, and I said it all along, I love this guy in terms of his personality. He was a breath of fresh air compared to a lot of coaches. And he certainly belongs somewhere as a coordinator because he's really smart about football.
49ers.
Well, maybe so. I mean, he could go back there.
Robert Saleh did it.
He might. But the bottom line, and ESPN put it in the story, he was 4-17 against winning teams. And that was going to be his, thing. I mean, he could beat bad teams. He could not beat a good team.
If you go back to even their good years before it seemingly fell apart, they continually struggled against the better teams.
And they didn't just lose to good teams. They weren't even in the games most of the time.
No.
So I just think this was a decision that had to be made. And I also think it was fair. And I almost like the fact that they gave it a week and a half to 10 days to at least let it simmer before they decided. Whereas every other team can't wait for the last game to fire their coach.
Yeah.
So
that was probably the development that we didn't see coming until it was announced this morning.
Yes, I want to thank you so much because
I was so happy for you when it happened.
Normally when Tony sends stuff at 7:20 in the morning or whenever, it's not something I'm going to get to for a couple of hours. But this was something that attracted my interest right away.
I figured it would. I figured it would. So yeah, 4 hours of Gwynn and Chris today. Everyone's here. Chris will be here for the long haul. Now, Chris, you're out tomorrow, correct? You got a game to get to.
Yes, a really bad travel day, but Utah State because we got a flight and a bus tomorrow.
Real quick, can we talk a little bit about the Aztec women before we go to break? They got another nice victory, 11-3 now.
11-3. They've won 7 in a row. We wouldn't normally get them in the first segment of the show, but I was broadcasting a game last night against a team that is not bad, Grand Canyon, and the Aztecs led the game 40-9. Early in the second quarter. I haven't seen too many men's teams come out of the gate and go 7 for 7 on threes in the first quarter. Yeah, that's pretty good shooting for any squad at any level. So they really, they're playing great right now. But it's going to be a good, long, fun season for them, and good for Stacy, Terry Hudson, and those kids, they're playing really, really, really well right now. I think the young lady who's really stepped up is the San Diego kid, Bailey Barnhart.
Yeah, we had Bailey on.
We had Bailey on earlier this year. She was a little behind her classmates, Panganiban and Nat Martinez, because they all three came in the same year last year, but the two guards played last year.
And
Bailey
she had some girls in front of her that were
she
pretty
had
good.
girls in front of her, so she didn't get to play last year, and she's getting her chance now. So I like to see, two San Diego kids on this team that are really playing well, her and Panganiban. But yeah, the men we're going to have JD Luster on. I'm looking forward to asking him. Everybody thinks this is a disaster season, except for the fact that you're in first place.
Right.
Like the men and the women both are undefeated. So good for both of them.
I'm really interested to hear what it was that the staff liked from those guys in the last game, because it did.
And whether they think this was the corner turn.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Just a reminder, we're broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Let's get to break. On the other side, we're gonna get into that Rashid Rice situation that he's got going.
I'm gonna let Skraby take that one. I'll add assistance
in all
if
honesty,
need be.
Thank you, Chris.
The Buccaneers get in on the firing of coaches thing. They kept their head coach.
Wait, what?
They got rid of the OC. And
it was the OCs and the quarterback coach's fault.
I will say, I mean, we have speculated that that Baker wasn't healthy, but the offense certainly plummeted.
It did.
From the beginning of the season when we were talking about MVP to where we got at the end of the season. I'm not saying it's because of Josh Grizzard, but I'm saying there is some reason there. And
I think it's
a bad look.
Fault.
I do. I think it's a bad look when you got a mediocre head coach and then they fire the two assistants. I just do.
Now, I did think about this earlier, and I was like, maybe they were bad employees. Like, maybe that's what it is.
You don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Maybe they weren't doing what they were supposed to do.
All right, let's get to break. We'll talk more about that on the other side. More Gwynn and Chris. Tony Gwynn Jr.
There's a Roadrunner. Meet me. He doesn't like me. I guess I wouldn't like me either if I was chasing me.
As you can see, I'm all Aztec'd out here at the Aztec Baseball Tournament. It's the SDSU Baseball Alumni Tournament. Right now, we are 1 under in the scramble. And Chris is playing well, Tony's playing well. But our ringer, Jack Townsend, is playing really well. So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Scrape. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but I can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You've hit some.
We are League 10 now, and it's getting really windy. It's actually kind of cold. I'm not gonna lie, I know we're in San Diego, but we're 3 under as a group. We just got off the birdie, and I just hit my 2 minutes. There's a squirrel. He wants to attack me.
Curly.
We just got our second birdie of the day thanks to this guy.
Yeah, a 4-footer after.
It was a 5-footer.
After our pro drove it 300 to the front of the green and then chipped it within 5 feet.
Uh-oh.
Gravy, don't feed the animals.
Don't feed the animals. I do feed animals, but Chris made a birdie putt. Leaving the golf course. And we ended up shooting 63 once everything was accounted for, since it was a scramble and we had an SDSU golf player, Jack Townsend. He was with us and he did a lot for us. I think we shot 63 because of him, but we all had a good time. There's a Roadrunner. Meet me. He doesn't like me. I guess I wouldn't like me either if I was chasing me. As you can see, I'm all Aztec'd out here at the Aztec Baseball tournament. It's the SDSU Baseball Alumni Tournament. Right now, we are 1 under in the scramble, and Chris is playing well, Tony's playing well, but our ringer, Jack Townsend, is playing really well, so. So Chris says I can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Skraby. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but I can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You've hit some.
We are leaving 10 now, and it's getting really windy. It's actually kind of cold. I'm not gonna lie, I know we're in San Diego, but we're 3 under as a group. We just got off the birdie, and I just hit my defense. There's a squirrel. He wants to attack me.
Squirrely.
We just got our second birdie of the day thanks to this guy.
Yeah, a 4-footer after.
It was a 5-footer.
After our pro drove it 300 to the front of the green and then chipped it within 5 feet.
Uh-oh.
Skraby, don't feed the animals.
Don't feed the animals. I do feed animals, but Chris made a birdie putt. Leaving the golf course. And we ended up shooting 63 once everything was accounted for, since it was a scramble and we had an SDSU golf player, Jack Townsend. He was with us and he did a lot for us. I think we shot 63 because of him, but we all had a good time. There's Roadrunner. Meet me. He doesn't like me. I guess I wouldn't like me either if I was chasing me. As you can see, I'm all Aztec'd out here at the Aztec Baseball.
For you, good show. Matt Snyder, baseball coming up shortly. JD Luster, Aztec basketball, 4 o'clock hour NFL picks. Have to wait for the final hour of the program for those. Coming up right around 5:30 today. Remember to listen. We will announce today's biggest fan, and that fan will have a chance to qualify for the night in our Odyssey suite at a future Padres game with all of the fan staff. It'll be catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Register your name if you haven't already at 973thefansd.com/biggest fan. That's the only way to have your name potentially called and most likely mispronounced by one of us on the air. That's later. Oh man, I had some, I was right in the middle of saying that. I'm like, and as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to seamlessly transition to the next thing. Except I don't remember what that was. So
I think maybe Rashee Rice.
Oh yes, we were going to get into that.
I don't think there's a way to seamlessly transition to that one.
This
anyway.
is this. I don't. Should we have seen it coming? Is that overstating it? This is bad.
I mean, anything in the future, I guess we can say.
I don't know that we should see this coming from anybody.
Yeah, honestly. You're right. All right, go ahead, Skraby. Get him.
No, hey.
Well, look, he was on your fantasy team. You got to control this guy a little bit.
We tried. No, my thing last night was, and if you didn't hear, Rashee Rice has been accused by his girlfriend of 8 years, who is also the mother of his children, accused of what's the word I'm looking for? Assault. There you go.
Yes.
And she posted pictures with bruising on her face, on her legs, on her chest. And so it's not a great situation. And she put in the Instagram.
She didn't use his name, but she did say, she pointed at everything, but saying his name.
Yes. And she said that she's done covering for him because he's not a good guy. And she's been doing it for a while. And so she's now taking her piece back, and that's why she's letting everybody know what's going on here. So what I said last night on the Skraby show was, I am really getting tired of the NFL looking the other way just because a guy can play football well, just because they win I'm tired of it.
I think that's a fair comment, but the one part that's not fair is that they're not the only people who look the other way. You're saying the NFL.
I'll say everybody.
I think it's kind of widespread.
Yeah.
I'll
Is
say
it not?
everybody.
Okay.
I'll say all sports.
All right.
Like,
And
'cause
how about all walks of life?
Yes.
Actors, actresses, singers.
Yep.
These people all get second, third chances if they can, sell tickets.
Yes, exactly. And I want
It's a fact.
I want people to live in the same world that we do, where if I say something, it'll get me fired. Other people, it doesn't get them fired.
Yeah.
But
That's
I'm
that's
also
unrealistic to hope for.
I'm
isn't
also
it?
upset with the Chiefs. And I'm upset with the Chiefs because the Chiefs have a pattern of bringing in guys that are not great guys. Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt, Rashee Rice, and they just look the other way, it seems like.
I don't
when
wanna
they're
say-
doing their investigations, I'm sorry, Chris, when they're doing their investigations on these players, when they go talk to the childhood friends, because they do that, when they go do that, they should find out that this guy is actually not a great guy, and they should not draft him.
Does it not start at the top before Tony gets in? I mean, Andy Reid has been involved in a lot of stuff. Not that I don't think he himself has done.
No, it's his,
But
his
his
son
family,
hurt
he's had a
someone
lot of-
bad,
okay,
drunk
sorry.
driving.
Go ahead, Tony.
I don't disagree with that. I think I don't know that the Chiefs can. Let's take this example we can go back to the first example. Like, what would be the evidence that would lead them to know that it's a possibility that he can get into like a hit and run situation and get out and run?
I don't think they could know that ahead of time.
They couldn't know that ahead of time.
Yeah, you're
They
right.
couldn't. None of us knew about this situation, and we wouldn't have known had his ex-girlfriend not released the pictures and gave us an IG post to kind of follow
Can we be
along.
critical that they're bad judges of character, or
I
can
think-
we
I
give
think
him
that's-
credit for being able to seamlessly?
No, I think that's
behave
I
without-
think that's fair to question that, right?
Yeah.
Because in what was the one you named? You named
Kareem Hunt,
Kareem
Tyreek
Hunt.
Hill.
Tyreek Hill. Both of them were in trouble as Chiefs.
Yes.
So I mean, yeah, I think that's possible. Now, in Kareem Hunt's situation, I don't know that he had any run-ins prior to his domestic.
I don't think so either.
His domestic thing. I just think it's hard to be able to pin it on teams. Now, that being said, what happens from here?
With him?
With him,
If you're the Chiefs and this is true, you cut him.
He's staying. He'll be on the team next
you
year.
think so? You think
That's,
he'll be on the team?
I do. That's their pattern.
But do you
The
think they
Chiefs?
should cut him?
Of course, I do.
And by
But-
the way, the Chiefs
but-
aren't the only one. Aren't the only ones guilty of bringing in guys having multiple issues.
That's true.
Of
But they
course.
seem like they've done it more. The Browns are certainly on the list.
There was a
Let me-
time where the Cowboys were this team.
Yeah, let me ask you this question, because I think this is something that could solve what we and Skraby are upset about. First of all, Skraby, I think everyone's going to agree with you, right? For most of us in the real world, in a rare occurrence, we're all going to agree with you.
In a rare occurrence.
I know, but you said you'd like it to be more like the real world, where if we were accused of something like this, we would at very least be put on hiatus from our job. These guys, Stephon Diggs is going to be suiting up Sunday night and, under these charges. Would anybody be able to put a contract together with stipulations that say you get charged with a felony, we have the right to void your contract?
I would think teams would be all about that.
I don't.
There's
I'm
no
just
shot.
assuming
But
you
there's
can.
no shot.
That's why I'm throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Because without
Charged, not even convicted.
exactly
Just charged.
you
Nah.
get charged with a crime of this magnitude, we have the ability to sit you out. And your answer is exactly right.
I don't think that
They
would ever be able to
can't
happen.
ever do it. So without that, we're not going to be able to clean this situation up. Skraby, you can't. What are you going to do? All these teams, you can't cut Rashee Rice just because of this.
I was
Even
saying
though
if
that's
it
what
was
you want
found
them
to
to
be
do.
true.
If
If it's found to be
well,
true,
of course,
mind
if
you,
he's guilty, but-
she hasn't taken this to the police. There's been
and
no
that's a problem.
there's been no police report
because
at this
that,
point.
and that is
Because
a problem.
that then at least gives the Chiefs some type of, or the NFL at that point, some type of leeway to do something.
Yeah.
But as long as this is just you and us three and everybody else in the world talking about it,
Right.
What else can be done?
Here's one other thing that I want to throw out, because I'm trying to stick up for the team and the organization, and understanding that they are in a bit of a pickle here.
Big pickle.
If things happen.
Pickle?
Having said that, I have also been around enough organizations, not NFL, but plenty of them in many different levels, and I think they all operate similarly. Tony, you can either agree or disagree. I believe that most organizations, between the GM, the coach, the trainer, the equipment guy, the radio guy, the PR person, you just know who are good guys and who aren't.
For sure.
And I do believe that I think a guy like Rashee Rice, it had to be at least known in somewhere, somehow, that this guy may not be the all-time great guy. So at that point, can the Chiefs, before any of this even happens, the Chiefs just say, look, let's just trade this guy. Let's try to get a wide receiver in here that's a pretty good guy. I think there are some organizations that I think they can do it. I don't know how many really would do it, because that a lot of times is the quickest way to last place.
Yeah.
A bunch of good guys are great, but sometimes they're not the best guys or the best players.
And then someone last night.
Listen,
Sorry.
good guys, bad guys, in terms, I mean, there's a line, right? I mean, like, there's some nasty dudes in between the football lines.
Right. They get off that
they can, transform thereafter, and they're not like that. That's not going to be everybody. I'm just not sure that it's not a game like baseball where it's every day. You kind of, these guys, we don't see them as nearly as much, right?
First of all, Monday, Tuesday on a normal week, and most of Wednesday, I don't think you see much of NFL players at all.
Right. And
it's
so there's
Thursday,
one
Friday,
day
Saturday,
Day, Monday. Tuesday is
Tuesday's usually an off day.
Right.
Wednesday's kind of treatment.
And we're saying all this to say that it's hard to know who these guys really are ultimately.
No, that's fair too. It's really, I just think, I think Skraby's final thing and mine would be Rashee Rice, where there's too much smoke.
100%.
I just have to move on from him.
As a team, yes, you can make that decision.
Can I move on from him without owing him $80 million? Well, I don't know what the contract says.
He got that kind of guarantee.
Well, you know
money,
what I mean,
But the one thing that bothers me is that he gets put on waivers. Some team's going to snatch him up like that.
And that's the thing. You can't police every team and make it.
You can't tell the Baylor coach not to sign a kid that's been in the NBA because it's legal, and he did it.
Rashee Rice is not making much money.
Yeah, so I'm sure that if
actually this is his final year under his rookie deal, so he would have to. He's a free agent after this next season.
Yeah, so listen, they'll have if they have no issue, or this pops up to be a real thing, and the young lady ends up reporting this and becomes. I think they will move on from.
But
it.
To me, Tyreek Hill has already had more incidents than Rashee Rice, and we know he's going to play somewhere next year.
You know what the difference is? Tyreek Hill's been more productive.
What was the thing that Ryan Clark said? Because he worded it so perfectly.
Gosh, what did he say? How did he say it?
It was how he said it was right, but what he meant to say was, the better player you are, the more leeway you have to make mistakes and do things.
I'm watching The West Wing right now, guys. In one of the episodes, the chief of staff, it was found out that he did illegal pills. And so they were going through the White House and everybody. And so he was the one who was doing the drugs. And this girl goes, well, if I did the drugs, I would get fired, but he's not going to get fired because he is the chief of staff, president of the United States. It's the same thing. It's like if you could play football, it took me a long time to get there, but if you can play football, you can get away with it.
That dynamic works in all walks of life. I think we deal with it in our regular days.
Like Tony would not get fired for something that me and you would do, Chris.
Oh, now you're trying to drag me into this.
First of all, he's a wonderful guy. He wouldn't do what you or I would do.
That's true.
That's right.
One last thing on this, because there's 3 players that are coming to my mind, 3 athletes that have completely been tossed out of their sport and are untouchable. Trevor Bauer, Julio Urias, and the old Ravens running back.
Ray Rice.
Ray Rice. What did those guys? I mean, I know what they did, but what was it about their situations that got them to the point where we kind of want to be with Rashee Rice or Tyreek Hill
again? And Ray Rice, I think, is twofold. He was kind of he was late 20s when I think that happened, running back time.
Yeah,
and it was right at the time where running backs were probably being like devalued the most. So, and he had a tape. We saw it happen, because remember when it first went down, no video. I think the suspension was a light suspension.
Couple of days in the end, I think the league got in trouble for that.
The video came out and it changed everything.
Yeah, because once you see it,
to the other two.
But we don't have video of Arias's thing.
But it's baseball, and again, it goes back to it being every day. I get the sense, maybe not so much in Julio's situation, but certainly in Bauer's situation, because I've heard it around the league.
Right.
People had an idea of who he was, at least in their minds. And it was enough, it seems like, to scare all of these GMs / owners away from it.
I mean, there's 30 teams that have had a chance to get him for a year and a half now. It's 0 for 30.
100%. Baseball is a much more conservative sport than any of the other ones that we're talking about.
Last thing is, Cole made this point on the chat. Trevor Bauer was not charged with anything, and it was I can't say the word proven, but it looks like he was set up a little bit. So he was never convicted of anything. And no one wants him.
Again, the Arizona Diamondbacks moved on him. The Guardians moved on him to the Reds. The Reds, he had a great year, and then the Dodgers.
He was a Diamondback?
Yeah, he was drafted by the Diamondbacks.
I had no idea.
Yes. And so, listen, and even as early as that, you were hearing things around the league just about how he was in the clubhouse. And now there'd be some guys, I'm sure, that will disagree with that, but that is something that you heard consistently. And I was not in any of those organizations. You heard that type of deal. So I don't know. All those situations are probably a little bit different in each of them. But what I can tell you is baseball, those type of things, once that gets on your name, it is very, very tough to remove.
All right, speaking of baseball, one of the best in the business, our guy from CBS Sports, Matt Snyder, to catch us up on the grand old game when Gwynn and Chris returns.
Matt Snyder is going to join us here shortly, CBS Sports. Talk a little baseball. Just had a visit from our boss, Adam Klug. Get you guys all set for spring training.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, Skraby and I actually have talked about this. He doesn't know we've talked about this. But my goal, I have my own goal this year. My own goal, Skraby, I think you'll be with me on this. Skraby and I always stay at a hotel nearby the Peoria Sports Complex. Separate rooms. So if anybody's wondering, okay, they would never take that risk by putting us in the same room. But Tony, and Skraby knows this, Tony lives in the lap of luxury in Peoria, right, Skraby?
I don't know about that.
He's got what is it, an Airbnb? He's got
He's got a moat.
pools
He's got an alligator that wears a suit.
Yeah.
Just lying.
So what I want to do this year, I want to find where Tony actually stays in Peoria. I want to see.
I think I know where it is.
I think you know where it is too.
I have no idea where it is.
It's close
It's
by.
like right down the street.
Now
Right
I
down
think
the street.
Sam's a little bit further away.
Sam's further away. Who has nicer accommodations?
Probably Sam.
You think?
He books an Airbnb.
Yeah, Sam is.
That's true. He books his own.
He's doing his own thing.
Real
Sam
quick,
is
do
great.
you guys want to hear something really embarrassing?
What you got?
We were just talking about Dave Marcus a little bit ago. When I went to go call Matt Snyder, for some reason, I called Dave Marcus.
Oh,
Did you
to
really?
say hello?
And yeah, I guess so. He goes, hello. And I look at my phone. I'm like, is this the right number? I'm like,
You knew you messed up
I was
immediately.
like, oh no, I'm sorry, Dave. So I'm gonna call Matt now.
Oh,
but
so that
yes.
wasn't Matt that you were loudly talking to 5 seconds ago?
No, that was Dave Marcus.
Yeah, I heard him over there scuffling
I'll tell
after
you,
that.
I tell you what, it took me a while to learn how to talk with him getting guests on, because you hear him talking like normal voice,
Tony?
like that, while you're trying to do the show. It's quite distracting, I must say.
It is. I was trying to tell the story of how I was going to go try to find your accommodations, and I was distracted by Mr. Skraby over there. Although, to his defense, that's the only thing he can do.
He can't
The
do
design
anything
of the
else.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have, how many? We had Odd Thomas, we had Will, we had a couple other intern type.
I can't remember his name right now. Oh, Brett. We had Brett.
We had Brett.
Brett was a trip.
Brett
was a
answered the
trip.
phones. Brett would
Did he?
sit out there and answer the
Did he?
phones back in the days of
I will
phone
never.
calls.
Matt's on the line. I'll never forget when I said, "Sit there, please. Wait for Trevor Hoffman to call,
He was so bad.
and don't move, please."
Oh my God!
And then Trevor Hoffman calls, and he's somewhere else. And I go, "Where are you?"
Hey,
And he goes, "I'm getting cake in the kitchen."
Skraby spent the most first like 5 years babysitting.
I know. I don't want to keep Matt waiting, but we got to get into
Let's
it.
bring on Matt Snyder, CBS Sports. Matt, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. You know, I never want to break up everybody laughing so much. So you don't have to feel urgency to
You're a
bring it
funny
up.
guy, Matt. We know you'll carry on the laughter.
Matt, how you feeling about this off season? It seems like it's a little bit slower, but there's still some pretty big names on the board.
Absolutely. You know, I was actually talking about it last night with Derek Gould, the Cardinals beat writer in St. Louis. And I said, if you remember back to 2011, 2012, everything was done at the end of the winter meetings except Prince Fielder. Like, that was it. Like, Jose Reyes and Mark Burley signed with the Marlins, which obviously didn't turn out great. But Albert Pujols and C.J. Wilson signed with the Angels on the last day of the winter meetings. And that was it, except for Prince Fielder. And now we just get these little trickles every once in a while. And, you know, top 4 free agents, Kyle Tucker, Alex Bregman, Bo Bichette, Framber Valdez still out there. Cody Bellinger still out there, Ranger Suarez, JT Realmuto, Eugenio Suarez. And then on down to guys where they might sign a 1-year deal, somebody like Zach Gallen or Lucas Giolito, but there are guys all over the board who could be helpful. Whether it's Kyle Tucker, who's looking for a mega deal, whether it's somebody who's pretty young, an infielder who looks like he could be one of the faces of the franchise in Bo Bichette, frontline starter in Valdez, or again, the guys who you might be able to take a chance on and get on the cheap, like a Giolito or you know, Zach Gallen.
Matt, is the impending specter of a potential work stoppage entering into any of this? Because I think Tony and I thought it might, and then some of the contracts got signed at the beginning, and we thought, well, maybe not. So What do you think?
It's possible. It's possible. I mean, I'm sure that every single factor is taken into consideration by most of the front offices, like pretty much every front office except the Rockies, right? Like everybody else thinks things through in their own way. But things have been gradually heading in this direction for a while. I go back to when Manny Machado and Bryce Harper were both free agents, and they both went into at least February. Was Manny in March?
Manny was in spring training. I know we were already there.
Training,
yeah,
sure. Yeah. And it's progressively like this year doesn't feel that abnormal to the last 2 or 3 years. We could go back a couple of years ago when it was the Boras 4. I believe we were calling the 4 guys that were Scott Boras clients that were still on the market heading into free agency. Yeah. It's kind of been headed in this direction, I think, for a while. It just, with the CBA right around the corner, I'm sure it is a consideration for some teams. I'm sure it's a consideration for the players too.
Yeah.
I mean, if you say Alex Bregman, let's take Bregman for example. He took a deal last year that was a 3-year deal, but he had an opt-out after 1 year because he wanted to have another good year and say, now sign me to a long-term deal. There might be more urgency to get a longer-term deal this time around. First of all, because he's a year older. Now he's in his well into his 30s. Well, he's 31. He's in his 30s. Mm-hmm. And the CBA might have new rules on free agency, on money. I don't think there will be a salary cap, but you don't know how things are going to be financially for the players. So there might be more urgency on the players end, Tucker, Bregman, Bichette, to get that long-term deal, that one big, huge contract of your career, knowing the CBA is right around the corner.
Yeah, no doubt. Matt Snyder joins us here, CBS Sports. I don't know if you saw the story today about the FanDuel teams all basically, canceling their contracts and either going to renegotiate or go to MLB. It seems like it's likely that they'll move to MLB to cover these games. And that'll give the MLB, I think, 16 teams that they are now controlling.
Yeah.
And it seems like Rob Manfred's grand idea, and I don't know how he's going to pull it off, is to somehow centralize all of it, which means the Dodgers would have to give up their rights. Yankees would have to give up theirs. I can't see any way in which that happens. What are your thoughts on that?
If they could make it work, which is kind of Pollyanna to believe that, but if they could, and there's teams with their own network, right? Like the Yankees and the Cubs have their own network. Why would they get? If somehow they could do that instead of a salary cap, that would be one way to somewhat level the playing field from the smaller markets against the mega markets, because you could give influxes of cash to the teams like the Pirates, and then maybe put in some kind of salary floor to require them to spend that, which they have not done with revenue sharing, by the way. So I don't know why this would be any different unless you required them to do it. But like you said, Tony, man, give me a break. There's no way this is going to fly. I know there are more teams, but just off the top of my head, I know the Yankees and the Cubs, and they're mega market teams, and they have their own networks. Why in the world would they agree to anything remotely like this? Their argument would be, hey, we're a product in and of ourselves. We're one of the biggest brands in Major League Baseball. Why would we help support an inferior brand? Would be the talking point.
They already are upset about having
would say back. Yeah, but our product is better when the playing field is more level.
Yeah.
And I guess they could, the reply could be like, well, the Blue Jays and Dodgers are two of the biggest spending teams in baseball, and the World Series ratings were pretty much okay, or last year. So what's the issue here?
Matt Snyder, one of the great baseball guys, and always nice enough to spend time with us here on the program from CBS Sports. We read his stuff all the time, as should you out there. And he also has a book coming out out, and we want to talk about that with him in a minute. But I want to ask you, who are these guys, Dane Perry and Mike Axisa? And can you talk to them so that they could explain to the rest of us why their off-season grades so far give out only 1 A, and it goes to the White Sox? What the hell are these guys doing? What are you guys doing over there, Matt, at CBS Sports?
No comment. Wait,
Yeah,
you know what? No comment. We give it. We solve everything in house, so I'll take care of that with the team meetings behind closed doors.
But they were excited for the White Sox. The White Sox fans would be thrilled to know this, that somebody believes in their immediate future. But
I haven't spoken with them, but I know I could venture a guess is that it's always on a scale of relativity, which is relative to expectations, what you think the White Sox are going to do. They've done a lot more than we would have expected.
Right. That's exactly what they said.
It's always relative.
Yeah.
Like, and I haven't looked at them, but I would hope I guess the Cubs did the Edward Cabrera trade, but I would say before that, I was pretty disillusioned as a Cubs fan, so I would hope their grade wasn't that good. But hey, the Cabrera deal was good.
To be fair, I think they wrote it before the Edward Cabrera deal came out.
Okay, so leaving the White Sox out, because as you said, it's probably relative. Who has had the best offseason then? Like what teams that matter have had the best offseason?
I don't think they're done yet, but I like how the Blue Jays have been capitalizing so far. I still think they need one more bat in there because of the loss of Bo Bichette, whether it's bringing Bichette back and moving Andres Jimenez to the bench or whether it's Kyle Tucker in the outfield. I'm expecting them to get it done with one of those two guys, and then they would be my winner because they have to make some big moves right on the heels of going to the World Series instead of sitting on your hands, instead of you go back to a couple of years ago when the Diamondbacks and Rangers were in the World Series, neither one of them did anything after they got to the World Series. And it's like, now's the time to strike. You just made a run to the World Series. I love how the Blue Jays are not only staying aggressive, but also they obviously made a lot of money last year. They're putting that back into the product to continue to keep those good times going. And I absolutely love that.
All right, Matt, we've hit you over the head enough with MLB baseball questions for the offseason. Tell us a little bit about the book that you have out now. Great read.
Oh, thank you. It's been out for about a month. It's called The Leadoff Man. It's available on Amazon.com, or you could just go to my social media accounts, and I have a link to it pinned there. I started thinking about it in the 2024 playoffs with the Padres with Luis Arraez leading off, and then looking at the Phillies with Kyle Schwarber leading off, and I thought they could not be two more different leadoff hitters. And that gave me the idea of there has been a lot of evolution in how people think about the leadoff hitter, and it was on display there because Arraez would be a guy who would have been leading off in the 1920s. Schwarber would have been somebody who, if you tried to lead him off in the 1920s, you would have gotten fired on the spot. So it shows how far we've come. I dive into the history. I go through the evolution. I went through some exercises, and we talked about this last month. I went through some guys who could have been leadoff hitters who were not, including Tony Gwynn. I couldn't believe it was like less than 20 times he lit off in his career.
Yeah.
He would have been such a good leadoff man. And I even talked about the guys with power like Barry Bonds. I mean, the 1993 Giants batted Bonds fifth all year. Okay, if you want to bat Will Clark third and Matt Williams fourth, there are arguments in favor of that. But don't put the best hitter in the league fifth. Bat him first or second in front of those guys. So I do some exercises like that, and then I conclude with and I have great moments, some of the most fun moments. I actually had to add a bunch in the playoffs this year because there were a ton of great leadoff moments in the playoffs. And then I conclude with rankings. I do the top 20, but I also do honorable mention by era, and it's over 85 guys. I like to say it's one of those things I like to say that where a lot of that is just remembering some dudes. Remembering dudes who hit leadoff all through the years who were very good leadoff men.
That sounds just fun to do the book.
Yeah,
I know it's a lot of work.
It was a lot of
fun.
Stuff. Like it was work, but as I told a lot of people when I was getting close to being done, it was a labor of love. Like I did it in my spare time, but it didn't feel like work. It was just fun.
Would a team be would a team be dumb right now to bat Ricky Henderson leadoff? Or would they be dumb not to? What?
Absolutely not. He's the greatest ever. Of course, you got to lead him off.
Okay.
Well, the volume that he hit in leadoff,
right?
It's unbelievable how many more at bats he had than everybody else, and he still had an over 400 on base percentage, and he still stole so many bases, and he's the best ever at scoring runs. Yeah. And that's the name of the game. You got to lead that guy off.
Yeah. Okay. The only one who had his own run. He had a Ricky run. I mean, basically get on base, still first, still second, still third. Score on a base hit, score on a ground out.
And his record-setting run here in San Diego on a home run
That's right.
where he slid into home plate after he rounded the bases.
Matt, appreciate the time as always. Love catching up with you.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Matt Snyder, CBS Sports, joining us. Always a fun listen, man. He's Chris said it. We read his articles all the time. Remember, all guests on 97.3 The Fan join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Let's get to break. On the other side, live from the Bill House Studios, we'll have the Daily Gambit. We know how.
Hey, congratulations out there to whoever it was that just signed up for our Gwynn and Chris YouTube webpage, right?
Yeah.
500. We got to a
500.
We hit a milestone thanks to that latest sign up. If you'd like to, it's free, so you can subscribe to our YouTube channel or our YouTube stuff, and you'll get our overtime segments. We did another one today where. It's funny because a lot of times Skraby will send something out on our text in the morning, and what do we want to talk about on the overtime? And Tony and I, most of the time, get back to him with, I don't know.
Tony needs to stub his toe or something so he can bring us a story.
He doesn't have to do that because
I'm boring.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do that because you are just a plethora of funny, silly stuff over there.
You get yourself in some situations as well.
I do, but you're the guy that we can really count on when the going gets tough. So if you want to hear us make fun of Skraby, as usual.
Well, this one was different because you guys just started going in on me because I'm not in a text group chat that the Fantasy Football League is in. And I guess the Fantasy Football League has been trashing me all day.
Yeah, because you're delinquent.
Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with you trashing me for that. But then it turned into a trashing of that I have an Android.
I mean, that's part of the reason why you were delinquent.
An accusation that I still use a Motorola Razr. That is ridiculous.
That's a classic line.
You know what? I'm going to text that guy right now.
What do you say? T7 texting or something?
T9.
Like
T9 I hate the iPhone people.
The best part, and I think this is what I miss about.
He gave up a potential wedding because he has this terrible phone.
No. She made the choice to go the other way.
But you wouldn't switch.
This is the part that
No, I'm not going to switch my phone because a girl doesn't like it.
You're not?
No.
I think this is the part I miss about being in a clubhouse. And this is why I enjoy being in a fantasy league with you guys, is that good banter. I laugh looking at texts in this particular chat group all the time. We don't chat. And our chat group is hot.
It's few and far between.
It's hot early, like as we're preparing for the draft, maybe the first couple of weeks, and then it goes dormant. And then when it's time to,
what would also be nice
when it goes, when it's time for those tortilla chips,
those chips to come in, everybody starts talking again.
I don't know if I can guarantee it, but I'd like to be somebody next year to make the guy to make a trade. Like we didn't have a trade this year, did we? Fantasy football's hard to make a trade.
We talked about this. Nobody likes to trade. Everybody wants to win the trade or feels like they're being jobbed.
So yeah, something that
I
might
ain't
be
getting fleeced.
Right.
Well, you would. So it's probably smart that
you are the mark.
I don't think I've ever made a trade in that league.
That's what I mean. Nobody. We don't make trades in our league. We also just pick up everybody on the waiver wire. Right?
You guys make me sick.
How about another?
I am consistently the lowest waiver wire guy.
How about I'm thinking of a potential rule for next year. Throw it out there. Limit of 5. I think even that's a lot.
Oh my
3.
God. Do you know how
3
much?
or 5? No. Over the season, you can only have 3 different defenses.
Oh yeah, no,
because in our league, everybody looks at the matchups, drops their defense, and picks up another one.
I did that
every week.
Yeah, I do that too.
I know. But what about
He's saying
you,
we should put a
what
stop
about
to it.
whoever you draft on defense? You can make a
No.
couple of changes and that's it.
No,
I think
You
unless
think
I
they
think
have
if-
a different defense every week?
I
I,
think if
don't
you're-
care for that.
unless you're
it's a
drafting
matchup based thing.
Yeah, I mean,
I
can't-
understand that, Skraby. I know what it is, but
Why do you?
you
Why
don't
does this make
change
you
every
so
other.
angry?
You're not able to change every other player every week.
So you pick the Ravens, and you're like, "Oh, this defense is going to be great," and then they
Right.
stink. You
You
just
can make
can't.
some changes. I said you could have a maximum of a 3. You can make changes. You don't have to be stuck with them all year.
If we're talking about
I'm
rules,
trying to keep teams from having a different defense every week of the year. You don't mind.
No, I don't mind because I do
Okay.
the strategy.
I
all the
don't mind
time.
either because I do the strategy.
Well,
I
all
think
12,
I think
but
if
that's
we
my point. All 12 of us do it, so nobody's going to have an
I
advantage.
even look
one
2
way or
weeks
the other.
ahead for defenses.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
go that far. That's
Not either.
But I want to make
That's a little bit
I want to make a league rule proposal change.
What's
Can we
that?
Hey,
get
we
rid
should-
of the stupid divisions?
you want to just have all
Just 1 through
division?
12,
How you feeling about that, Chris?
based on record. Because
Now,
teams
you know,
get
now
in-
that I know how to change the schedule every year, I don't really have a problem with the league.
It's not a bad idea. Our divisions are kind of haphazard. I know what he means this year is he was 10-4. I think a couple of other teams were 10-4, but they didn't fin-
I mean-
I ended up winning the other division at 8-6.
Well, listen,
So that's his point. That
I hear
it
your
was
point.
unfair.
But you see, who's going to play the Panthers this week?
That's right.
The
See,
Rams.
that
Yeah,
happens.
there you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
it
not in
happens.
real football.
Well, we are playing
because we
fantasy
play
football.
Guess what? We
Based
play
off of
home
real
and
football.
road games in fantasy football
Okay,
too.
you can move the home and road. That I don't control that. That's how they set it up. I don't
Yeah,
care about
that's
that.
Not it. That's not on Tony.
It's ridiculous.
I'm sorry you had an 11-4
Human-
season. And
Are you
and
being a dictator and saying that you're not even going to bring this to the group?
I will bring it to the group.
Okay.
I bring
You're
everything to the
being a
group.
dictator. He's a very accommodating commissioner, I say.
Well, you
I mean,
asked
look, he
for crazy
accommodated
things.
He accommodated you waiting till the season was over to pay your fee. I'd say that makes him pretty accommodating.
I
And
used to
that-
be when we first started. I was a stickler for making sure everybody got. I'd put you on blast. I'd do everything possible. I was like, you know what? I
Yeah,
need to
you'd be
chill. I need
you'd
to
be a
chill.
great team owner in the NFL. I'd like to see Brock Purdy come to get his paycheck, and you go, well, when the season's over,
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
write
hook
one
you up
for
when
you.
the season's done.
I'll hook you up.
All right, let's get to some things together.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. We'll go over some of the bets from last night real quick, and then we'll get into some of the bets Chris has for us. But Knicks minus 4.5 against the Clippers. You guys went Clips. I went Knicks. Knicks win by 12, 123-111. OKC minus 18.5 against the Jazz. Chris went Utah. Tony and I went OKC. OKC won by 4 in overtime, 129-125. So Chris wins the
They
bet.
continue to be
The
hard to
championship,
understand.
the championship kind of fog has started to settle in
Maybe that's
finally.
what- that could just be
Because
it.
usually
Why-
you
why
come
do
out
they-
of a championship, you have a slow start. They got off to a blazing
They
start.
got off to such a good start, but I think you might be right. They don't need to play right
Nah,
now.
they don't.
They're just going to
And maybe
that's a good point.
We see teams that make deep runs all the time make this decision that we're going to try to save something for the end of the run.
Because they shouldn't be going to overtime against Utah.
I don't see how.
Yeah.
Agree. Lakers, Spurs, total score over under 234.5 points. You guys went under. I went over. This was well under 198. This bet is null
Yep, no
because
LeBron.
LeBron James did not play. But Wemby had 16, 14, and 2. Who had more points? Jalen Brunson minus 2 or Kawhi Leonard? Chris and I went Brunson. Tony went Kawhi.
No, I
Brunson-
went Kawhi.
Oh, I didn't know.
I
that.
did. Yeah, I'm going to take a win there.
I like how
I went Kawhi too, didn't I?
I wrote
oh,
it down.
that's why I
here.
said Kawhi.
I wrote it here.
I put Chris's
It
Brunson.
really
in.
doesn't matter. We're not.
Well, Kawhi wins. That's why it matters. And he wins by 1 point because Brunson had 26 minus that 2, 24. Kawhi had 25, so he wins. Iowa State minus 4.5 at Baylor. Chris and Tony went Baylor. I went Iowa State. Iowa State wins by 10, 70 to
They stay
60.
undefeated.
Yeah.
Iowa State does. Brock Purdy's basketball team.
Yes, Vanderbilt -3.5 against Alabama. You guys went Bama. I went Vandy. Vandy won the game by 6, 96-90.
Vandy also stays undefeated.
UConn women against St. John's.
This had to be annoying if you really bet on this.
46.5 points. UConn, all of us chose. Tony and Chris. It was 88-43, so 45 points.
They missed it by 1 point.
Get it together, girls.
That is so typical of the spread.
Make some free throws or something.
Right.
And then finally, the Kings -1.5 against the Sharks. You guys went Kings. I went Sharks. Sharks win 4-3.
Yeah, and Tony continues to never be able to pick the Kings.
I don't know why.
Correctly.
I told Chris, moving forward, we're going. What's the initials for it?
No wager.
Yeah,
NW.
NW.
Yeah, no
NW
wager.
for moving forward with all Kings games.
Not wagering on Kings games anymore. Yeah, because you were on the wrong side of pretty much every one of those. We got the football game coming up. Miami, Florida, and Ole Miss. Kickoff is a couple of hours away. That will be one of our games that we take a look at here. We only have a minute before the break, so we'll have to stretch this segment, Skraby, if you don't mind.
You mean to the next segment?
Well, I'm not going to be able to get all the picks
I see.
in 1 minute.
No, that's good.
So
Let's do it.
I'm kind of doing that. You know who? I was looking him up today. We're going to get him in the betting today. How about Norman Powell, the kid from Lincoln High School, who has become really
he's a dude,
just an absolute outstanding NBA player, and now leading the Heat 24 points a game. Like to me, like he was at UCLA, he was almost an afterthought there, but somebody thought he's got NBA ability. He was picked in the second round, 46th pick. Normally that means you don't even make the NBA, let alone become a borderline all-star. And he's turned himself into one of the really good players in the league. And that's just, that's great. I love to see stuff like that. And who, to me, that had to be a lot of work, Tony, because he wasn't gifted any of this stuff. Right,
No.
as a high pick where they said, well, here, we'll give you some time.
He wasn't gifted, but clearly he's always had the athleticism, ability. And if I remember correctly, he really had to defend before he became even having a chance to. And
that's how you make it. You better be able to guard somebody.
And then he moved into the role where he was kind of like the flamethrower off the bench.
Yeah.
And now he's getting with being basically the main guy there scoring outside of Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
He's getting a chance to blossom. I'll tell you another kid from San Diego, Kobe Sanders, plays for the Clippers. He was actually down here in the G League here in San Diego last year. He's having a nice little coming out party as well. He played well against the Lakers a couple weeks back.
Good to hear. By the way,
another San Diego guy.
By the way, Kawhi Leonard is 10th in the league in scoring.
Yeah,
while we bury his career,
I was just about to say
28 a game.
We do that all the time when he's hurt, and then he comes back. He's playing. I think he's played like 9 straight.
Yeah,
and goes right back to being one of the best players.
He's only played 2 fewer games than Steph Curry has this year. So,
can we go to break? I mean, we really stopped the Daily Gambit to go to break, and then you kept talking.
Well, check some traffic.
Yeah.
Put it on.
Jeez.
Play it.
855 Get Ross Traffic Center protecting.
You've been representing the Friar Faithful for a little bit here. Now you're out in the forefront. You mentioned family quite a bit. How important was it to get your wife Audrey on board with this? How long did it take you to get her in this direction?
It took a while. It's probably taken years, but I don't know. We were on the same page for a long time. For a long time we thought there's no way this is possible, with our family and be able to move them across country and take them out of school and all that kind of stuff. But we talked to enough people. We got to thank the Melansons. They kind of gave us the blueprint of how they've moved their kids from Florida to Arizona to San Diego, and we're going to follow that plan. And once we decided that, it was like, I talked about it a little. There was some peace that came over both of us to be able to say yes to this decision, because we knew it's an opportunity of a lifetime. Hard to say no to, being the manager of Padres with a team like we've got.
Obviously, when you decided to retire at the 23, Family's probably at the forefront of your mind. You've missed a lot of time with your kids and your wife. And now to fast forward to this point here, you're sitting in meetings at this point, interviewing candidates, and then however long later, what was the timeline in between you interviewing guys or candidates and then all of a sudden having your name in the hat?
Yeah. Man, just to think about what my mind was thinking about 3 weeks ago was completely different than what it is now. Obviously I'm part of the organization and wanted to find the best manager for the Padres. And so I was in on some Zoom calls, to start that process. And then we and I were just having conversations about who we thought were great candidates and how we ranked them. And we got done talking about it, and he goes, well, I think I got you at the top of the list. And
he just dropped that on you.
Yeah, he just dropped that on me. And, it's a little bit of a shock, when someone, like AJ believes in you that much. And it pushed Audrey and I to actually think about this. And, is this something that we would like to pursue? If we got that much belief from the organization, we've got to make an informed decision. Yeah. And so then after that, we spent a lot of time, like I said, praying and fasting and thinking about this and how trying to map out the schedule and work it out with our family. And once we came to the conclusion we're taking everybody with us, then we felt pretty good about it. And we're able to say, if you're willing to offer the job to us, we'll say yes.
13 years as a reliever. You spent 6 here as a Padre. How has that shaped your viewpoint and how the type of manager you'll be?
Yeah, I think one quality I have is a little bit of loyalty, and I was lucky in my career. I only really played for 2 organizations. I played 1 year with the Guardians in the middle, but not in the big leagues. But most of my career started with Washington, and then it ended with San Diego, and I feel very connected to this organization. I feel like it is family. They've treated me like family. And so, being a part of this and being in this role is something that's very exciting, and I'm up for the challenge.
Now, you had to get it out the mud, so to speak, right? You weren't a high round draft pick. You're a guy who had to kind of grind. That's the word we often use around this game. How is that, or what kind of lessons from those type of situations are you going to be able to take into your managerial role?
Yeah, maybe it's like people doubting you a little bit or not saying you're quite good enough. And there's probably some people thinking that as me as the manager. But it's also exciting to prove people who I really am and what I stand for, and maybe do it a little bit different than everybody expects. But those challenges as a player, they were so enjoyable.
Yeah.
So you've done it before. It's fun to try to get the most out of your talent. And as soon as I took this job, that feeling of what I was as a player, when's my next workout? When's my next throwing session? That constant thought, that feeling, that little nervousness, that little excitement came back right away. And it was I definitely missed that. Now, did I enjoy the 2 years in between? Yeah, I did. I got a lot, my handicap went down and all that kind of stuff. But, this challenge has gotten that excitement back, that feeling back of I'm in the hunt with the boys, and I'm ready to grind it out and make something special happen.
Now, you've been representing the Friar Faithful for a little bit here. Now you're out in the forefront. You mentioned family quite a bit. How important was it to get your wife Audrey on board with this? How long did it take you to get her in this direction?
It took a while. It's probably taken years, but I don't know. We were on the same page for a long time. For a long time we thought there's no way this is possible, with our family and be able to move them across country and take them out of school and all that kind of stuff. But we talked to enough people. We got to thank the Melansons. They kind of gave us the blueprint of how they've moved their kids from Florida to Arizona to San Diego, and we're going to follow that plan. And once we decided that, it was I talked about it a little. There was some peace that came over both of us to be able to say yes to this decision, because we knew it's an opportunity of a lifetime. Hard to say no to being the manager of Padres with a team like we've got.
Obviously, when you decided to retire in the 23. Family's probably at the forefront of your mind. You've missed a lot of time with your kids and your wife. And now to fast forward to this point here, you're sitting in meetings at this point, interviewing candidates. And then, however long later, what was the timeline in between you interviewing guys or candidates and then all of a sudden having your name?
3:19 on the clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Sello, Matt Skraby. We have to get to our actual bets, which we did not get to in the last segment.
So
Skraby's
the Washington quarterback gets a reprieve because we're going to trash that guy at some point, I think.
When Chris woke up this morning, do you think he actually thought it's going to be so much fun trashing people today?
Violence today is what he's
Violence.
doing. All right, let's get to these bets.
All right. There's no music that goes with this, huh? All right, let's start with the game tonight.
Are you kidding me?
I don't hear any.
Are you serious?
Is there music there? Really low.
No.
You should turn it up so he has to talk over it.
There we go. This is where Chris needs it.
Yeah, I hear it now. All right, very good. I've never
It's like
heard
when
the
he
music.
didn't hear Tony's voice change when.
Oh yeah.
It's like that. Someone mentioned something to me. It's like, remember that was this dress blue or gold or whatever it was?
Yes.
Chris is the only one who sees gold with your voice.
Do you remember that dress?
I do.
Okay.
He's angry right now.
No, he's not. I readily admit, and my wife will back it up, I don't hear well. I don't really care, though, that much. It's okay. My wife constantly talks to me as she's walking the other direction.
Hey, listen. You
and
are
blames me for not hearing it.
That's
This
not
happens
the same
all day
thing.
long, every day.
My wife does the same thing.
Yeah.
Walking up the stairs talking
Yeah.
to me, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
What?
Every time. All right. Miami Hurricanes, the U. 3-point favorite over Ole Miss. I will say that this was 3.5 all week, but as of today, it went to 3. If anybody wants to read into that. Kickoff is a little after 5
Are you reading into it?
No, I was.
Tells me everything.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't tell me much. No, I was picking Ole Miss all week. I like Ole Miss in this game, but I will say that it wouldn't shock me if Miami just overpowered them with those 2 rush ends. Those 2 guys are incredible.
Wait, so who did you choose?
I took Ole Miss plus the 3. I must say I'm outwardly rooting for them at this point to
I am too.
Keep the Lane Kiffin thing, going. So, and
you outwardly rooting for who?
For Ole Miss.
You do realize every time they win,
he gets more money, but
he gets a little cha-ching.
It's a necessary
He's got
evil.
so much money. Yeah, right.
I
have to put up with that.
Fill his pockets if it's a necessary evil.
But just to hear his guys after the game tonight trash him again.
Yeah.
If they
you
win.
think they're going to go there again?
They did last game. I don't see why they wouldn't. So.
Keep doing it. It's working for you.
Listen to you guys.
Ole Miss is going to win a national championship before Lane Kiffin does.
I don't know about that.
They got a chance.
They're 2 games away.
I was going to say this is as close. This is pretty close.
All right. Anyway, I'm taking Ole Miss.
Old men.
Oh, right now they got a picture of Saban's coaching tree. All 4 of these guys are in the postseason.
They're saying he's the greatest coach of all time because of his coaching tree. Anyway,
we'll see if those guys can continue.
And one of the most honorable men of all time.
Let's keep going.
As
Tony, are you Miami or Ole Miss?
Ole Miss or the U? Are you going with Jesse? Jesse's got to be
going
on
with the U.
You're going with the U. Have you talked to Jesse at all?
Not
Preparation
today
for this game,
but I will be texting during the game as we did the last one.
All right, Skraby, who do you like in the big semifinal tonight?
I've always wanted to do that too, by the way.
Yeah, you do well.
Ole Miss running back, was it Kyron Lacey?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is really good.
And he just got paid to come back.
Yes. And
like, what world are we living in where they bring a story, Ole Miss running back signs to come back?
That's the world we live in now.
Know.
You know, it's funny.
Senior running back.
Signs a new deal to remain with Ole Miss.
Signs extension.
My goodness.
It's
things
wild.
are weird.
It is wild. It's definitely wild.
All right.
How about here's another just
I'm going on
idea. Why don't you go ahead and push these NIL signings until after the season as well?
All of this. The NCAA and whatever. Scrape.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, he says. Okay. Over under.
Although Carson Beck does have big game experience.
We showed last game.
Yep.
Staying with Ole Miss?
Yes.
All right. On to the next one. The over under points 52.5. 28-24 would be 52. What do you think, Tony? Over under points.
Over.
Skraby.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
52.5. Skrabe.
I'm going to go under, but it's probably just slightly under.
I think this is an easy bet, and that's why it won't be. But To me, 28-24 seems like a high-scoring game for these two teams, and that would still be under, so I'll take under. Ole Miss quarterback Trenton Chambliss, minus 30 yards against Carson Beck. Passing yards. Trinidad Chambliss, thank you.
Wait, what? He was minus what?
30 in passing yards against Carson Beck.
Wow.
Scrabe.
I'm going to go with Beck. 30 yards is a lot.
I'm going to take Beck plus the 30. I'm going to take the Ole Miss guy because if they win, he's going to have to hit a few. It's great. Tony?
Give it to me again.
Ole Miss quarterback minus 30 yards passing. Miami quarterback. He gets plus 30.
He gets plus 30.
Beck gets 30.
Give me Beck.
Beck, he says. All right, on to college basketball tonight. A couple of local teams in action, including a team that is now have some of their games on our air.
Yes.
I don't believe tonight's game is one of those.
No.
But UC San Diego, 12-3, having another good year after everybody left. So good on them. 13.5-point favorite over last place Cal State Fullerton. It is here tonight, so I'll take, if you want to see some college basketball, head on out there. Lion Tree Arena, believe. UCSD is my pick, minus 13.5. Tony.
Give me the Tritons.
The Tritons. I thought you almost said the Titans, which is Cal State Fullerton.
Or Poway.
Tritons and Titans. That's now that
pretty
I think
close
about it. Yeah. Scraby? Tritons or Titans? Tritons. We're all going with the home standing guys. USD is also home tonight, so you have your choice of two basketball games in town. Jenny Craig, our Braden Soprano, will be on the call as the Toreros are minus 4.5 over Pepperdine. If you're wondering why the Toreros at 6-10 would be favored over anybody, it's because Pepperdine is 0-4, last place in the conference.
There's your answer.
Tony, who do you like?
Give me
Toreros?
No, I'm joking. Give me USD.
You sure?
What's the spread?
Yeah. No.
4.5. Scrape?
Oh, I will go with
Scrape.
I'll go with USD.
USD. All right. I'm going to go with Pepperdine.
I've always liked that name.
USD had a great showing against Gonzaga, but the rest of their showings haven't been that good. All right, we got a minute here. San Francisco's in action tonight, Scrape. Your guys, the Dons.
Yes.
11-6.
Yeah, they're not.
That's pretty good.
Great
3-1 in the conference. They're at Loyola Marymount, so you used to have time after the show. You could hop on up and catch the game.
Go to the Lions versus the Dons.
It's probably an hour and a half drive with no traffic.
Yeah.
After the show, it'd take you 6 hours. Loyola's favored by 1.5 at home. Scraby, you got to take your Dons.
I'm going to take my Dons.
I'm going to take your Dons on the road. Although, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Loyola.
Give me Yo.
That's a tough
Loyola.
Loyola. Donovan Mitchell minus 1 point against the Ant-Man tonight. Teams play each other in Minnesota. Mitchell's averaging 29.8, Ant-Man 29.3. I go Mitchell. He just seems like the guy that has the big monster games. Tony? Ant-Man gets 1 point in this matchup.
Yeah, give me Ant-Man.
Ant. And Scraby?
Yeah, I'll go with Kermit.
I am Kermit. I don't know who that is.
His character from the movie.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
You know, I do love the Ant-Man, but I don't like the Ant-Man's antics sometimes. I guess we have to live with that.
What was his antics that bothered you?
It was a Denver game a couple of weeks ago that I was watching, and he ended up getting teed at the end of the game for just acting the fool. He just sometimes gets in that mode. Maybe, I don't know.
I saw that game. He got ejected, actually.
Okay, right. That's what I meant.
Yeah, he got ejected. He just lost his cool. He got fouled a couple times the last 2 times on the court, which is an important game. And just after the last one, he got to seem like he just got to the stage where he was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna.
That's what he did.
I'm gonna act out,
yeah.
And I know I'm gonna get tossed because he didn't protest it. He just walked off.
He did walk right off. Real quick, Norman Powell is 21.5 tonight at the Bulls, and it's Scraby to finish us up.
Oh gosh, I didn't know we were doing another one. I prepped the document.
Mm-hmm.
Norman Powell, 21.5. You say
at the Bulls.
Over.
Over. The Bulls are playing terrible. They've been without Josh Giddey.
You know what? The Bulls are being disrespected. People doing windmill dunks to end games. They're getting buckets up 12.
We don't have time to talk about it, but I thought Giannis was a little out of pocket with that one.
He might have been.
Okay.
He wasn't. I mean, it just happened again here a couple days ago.
Yeah. Game was over, and he stole the ball and just windmilled a dunk in to wrap the score up. All right, we got a break. Skraby's upset, so we're taking the break.
All right, it's time for the Beaver Nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, put me on. And so we put him on, and he's talking about how much he loves Buc-ee's. And so we got into the conversation, and it ended up being about the Beaver Nuggets. And so I had to order them because I find the name Beaver Nuggets very gross. I find it gross. But we're going to go with this. It's kind of like a Cheeto / a corn pop.
It's like a cheese doodle.
A cheese doodle. And we're going to eat them right now. I don't think these are bad, but here we go. I like it. It tastes like a corn pop.
I was going to say it tastes like a waffle, really.
It does kind of taste like a waffle. You know what? I'm in. These are good.
Yeah, I'm not.
You want another one?
No, I don't want another one. But yeah, I mean, it tastes like a waffle, like a waffle with syrup on it.
It's pretty good. I gotta say, I'm not hating these at all. Actually, they're very good. I like this. The waffle is a perfect explanation. If you've ever had, I'm sorry, I'm talking on the microphone with food in my mouth. But if you've ever had a what is it? A Lay's potato chip that's waffle flavor. It's kind of like that. Sad Fryer says, "Are they cheesy?" No, they're not cheesy at all. Actually, they're sweet.
No, it's like a hard waffle with syrup on it, with dried encrusted syrup on it.
Now I don't exactly know what the puff is. It could be just fake something.
Most likely. I mean,
it's like caramel a little bit too. All right, I gotta stop eating these because I will eat the whole bag. I love these things. I'm gonna leave them here though because I will eat this if I go home. It's just gonna be a bunch of Beaver Nuggets in my bed as I sleepwalk or something like that. All right, it's time for the Beaver Nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, put me on. And so we put him on, and he's talking about how much he loves Buc-ee's. And so we got into the conversation, and it ended up being about the Beaver Nuggets. And so I had to order them because I find the name Beaver Nuggets very gross. I find it gross. But we're going to go with this. It's kind of like a Cheeto / a corn pop.
It's like a cheese doodle.
A cheese doodle. And we're going to eat them right now. I don't think these are bad, but here we go. I like it. It tastes like a corn pop.
I was going to say it tastes like a waffle, really.
It does kind of taste like a waffle. You know what? I'm in. These are good.
Yeah, I'm not.
You want another one?
No, I don't want another one. But yeah, I mean, it tastes like a waffle, like a waffle with syrup on it.
It's pretty good. I gotta say, I'm not hating these at all. Actually, they're very good. I like this. The waffle is a perfect explanation. If you've ever had, I'm sorry, I'm talking on the microphone with food in my mouth. But if you've ever had a, what is it? A Lay's potato chip that's waffle flavor. It's kind of like that. Sad Fryer says, are they cheesy? No, they're not cheesy at all, actually. They're sweet.
No, it's like a hard waffle with syrup on it. With dried encrusted syrup on it.
Now, I don't exactly know what the puff is. It could be just fake something.
Most likely. I mean,
it's like caramel a little bit too. All right, I gotta stop eating these because I will eat the whole bag. I love these things. I'm gonna leave them here though because I will eat this.
All right, 3:35. Gwynn and Chris, 97.3 The Fan, number one sports station in town here. Bill Howe Studios, we know how. Biggest fan, couple of hours away. Also in the 5 o'clock hour, at least long awaited by me, our NFL playoff picks.
Actually, Tyler on the chat earlier said that he is also looking forward to
right, me and Tyler then looking forward to our NFL playoff picks. We do I don't want to say differently, but we do it's a confidence picking system. Game we feel best about. We'll assign 6 points, 5, 4, 3, and on down the line. Anyway, we have some fun with that. And I think they're great games this year. I mean, this ahead of time, but I think all 5 of the 6 games, I'm going to say this. I think all 6 road teams conceivably could win. And I think that is something you could never say about a playoff weekend before. But I think, you look at all 6 games, not saying they all will. I said, but they could. If you love Mediterranean food, try Spiro's, authentic Mediterranean cuisine in Coronado, La Jolla. Dining or takeout options, spiroscuisine.com. Time for some traffic. And then I'm going to talk some Padre baseball with a Pen Pals segment.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Well, southbound 5 got a stalled vehicle right at the 52. It's over to the right shoulder. East 52 has cleared up an accident near Genesee. Watch out for a little residual slowing in the area. And some plywood reported in the slow lane, South 805 near Mesa College. New year, new goals. Start with your car at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. A fast oil change and essential maintenance checks help keep you moving into the new year. Check it off your list. Visit SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, ready when you are. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's number one sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
By the way,
it's time to ask the experts, Padres fans.
I was hoping maybe you can bring a little insight into it.
Write us, tweet us, Facebook us, send a carrier pigeon for Chris. He thinks they're cute. Aww. Padres Pen Pals begins.
Hurt the pelota big time.
Now on 97.3 The Fan.
I just
Go ahead, Chris.
I know. I'm sorry. I wanted to get that in real quick. I did. And now I feel silly. What's your 1 or 30-second scouting report on 49ers Josh Williams? Scouting and football operations. He's one of the final 4 for Dolphin GM.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't.
I only know the big names.
He's not a real
Okay.
fan.
Yeah, he's
But
one of
anybody that Kyle Shanahan brings in is a good candidate. So
we'll see. He's one of the final 4. They got all these guys that the final 4 for that job are people I've never heard of.
Well, it's not a terrible thing.
No,
it's not a terrible thing.
It's not.
But seriously, if someone's been working on the 49ers, they've been working with John Lynch. It's not a bad guy to mentor you a little bit.
Okay.
Can I also tell you guys something weird? So in the studio, I have a direct view into the hallway, and it's where people come out of the bathroom. Tony, does this ever happen to you when you look out the window? But sometimes people come out of the bathroom and they lock eyes with me. And it's so weird knowing that they were just in the bathroom.
You don't want to look at them after they've done their business?
You're so weird when it comes to the bathroom.
I'm very strange.
You're so weird.
Well, we have to time it to both Tony and I cannot go in at the same time as him.
No, he will
not go in.
He'll literally, if he goes in 2 steps before us and then he sees that we're in, he'll go back out the
Yes,
restroom.
he will. As a matter of fact, if we knew that he had to use the restroom, we could keep him from it the rest of the day just by going in there because he won't go in if we're there.
I just don't like it when other people are in the restroom. I don't know why.
So what happens when you go
public
if it's not
restrooms,
work?
Yeah, you can't keep
If it's
everybody
not
out
work,
of
I
those.
get, like in an airport or something, I get in, get out, whatever. But like knowing that you know these people and you have conversations with these people. Yeah.
You can't have a
But
conversation.
that's all you're doing is having another conversation, probably.
Not only that, the people that you don't know, they go to the bathroom as well.
No, I know that. I know everybody poops is what the book is. But I just can't. I don't know why I'm weird. I'm very, very strange about certain
definitely
things.
one of the stranger
like
things
that.
I've gathered about you.
The next time I use the restroom, when I come back in, I'm immediately going to lock eyes with you. See how that works.
That is gross.
No,
that is gross.
So silly.
All right, moving on. Chris already read Sparrows, so let's go to the first one. And Tony's up first. I have the absolute perfect person to fill in the DH role. Eugenio Suarez.
Talk to me.
You'd be good.
I have seen rumors.
No
Talk to
problem.
me. I have seen rumors saying he wants a multi-year deal over $100 million or a 2-year deal worth $45 million, or he might even accept a 1-year deal, which would work for the Padres with their situation. What you guys think, Tony?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
And not taking into account whether the Padres can actually afford him or not, I think as a DH, be phenomenal. You could even, give Manny more days if you wanted to off his feet.
He can still play some third.
Yeah. But for sure, yeah. DH. I don't care how much he strikes out.
That is a thing.
It's definitely a thing. He's going to punch a lot. And you know how you guys get
Oh,
about
I know.
these punch.
I just imagined it.
I'm just saying.
Why do we sign this guy? All he does is strike out.
1,000%. But I still like it. I wouldn't mind it at all.
What did he hit over 40 home runs last year?
And he's had big
He was-
home run
he was
totals
pushing 50,
last
wasn't
couple
he?
of seasons. I think he might have got to 50.
Let me see. I'll look
He
it
had
up real quick.
I know
No,
he
he
had
got to 40. Got to 40.
He had a 4 home run game. I do remember
I don't think
that
he got to
last
50.
year. 49. So
Oh,
he got
wow.
one short.
Close.
Wow.
One short. Right on it.
But his batting average was 228.
Well,
So
we know that y'all don't care about that. So let's just go ahead and take these homers.
his OPS
100.
We can't have multiple guys in it that are going to punch 100.
He was at a $196 in the punch category.
Yeah.
Which was not the leading total.
No, but it's close.
But he's had the leading total 3 times in his career.
Yeah, I
having said that, bring him in.
You can deal with one 162 punch guy.
Isn't that what the Padres? As good as I think their offense really can be, just that one real home run threat.
Yeah.
They don't. I mean, Manny's a 30, but you don't have a 40 guy.
You like to put somebody behind him
This
that
would
can
really be something. So yeah, I think, and he's an all-around good guy by most accounts.
He is.
All right.
He's got a weird hairdo. I
Definitely weird hairdo.
Okay.
A little 90s flavor earring.
He does. He does.
Little hang earring.
He's also had 49 home runs another time in his career. So that was not just a one-off.
No, he's a bona fide power guy.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to the next one. This one's more angry. Let me get my voice going. Why can't you guys see the writing on the wall? AJ Preller knows he's not coming back, and he is gutting the minor leagues knowing he doesn't have to worry about the future. You seem shocked he doesn't have an extension. I'm not, because he's not coming back. The team wants to go in a different direction, and this is 100% proven by the fact AJ is a lame duck. I don't really know why you can't or won't see that, Chris.
First of all, we have a name attached to this.
No name.
Sounds like Skraby.
What I would just like you to do, and I always say this, and then I don't think it ever happens. I just want you to keep that.
Keep
I
that
want
same
you to
energy?
Keep that post and the same energy, and then reread it to me the day AJ gets a extension.
Great
But
point.
if I'm
Great
wrong,
point.
and he doesn't get an extension, and you're right, good on you. The only thing I would say about the wiping out of the farm system is that I'm all for it. Every team that hangs on to these prospects and never, moves them. Every once in a blue moon in this day and age, Tony, all the prospects come together at one glorious moment and the team wins. I think you get prospects to use as collateral to get frontline players. And the Padres have proven already under A.J. Preller that when they trade all their prospects, they are able to develop more. So I don't have a concern with that.
Tony?
Bull junk. About what was he? Read me his thing. Give me his angry pen pal.
Why can't you guys see? I turned into Batman for a second. Why can't you guys see the writing on the wall? AJ Preller knows he's not coming back.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say the gutting of the
minor leagues.
I think that's bull junk. I don't think he's doing that. I think he did it to give the Padres the best chance last year. Unfortunately, Ramon Laureano exploded his hand. The year before that, made some pretty huge moves to give the Padres perhaps their best chance. They couldn't close the door on the Dodgers. Now we fast forward to this year. The one thing that I know about AJ is he's a pro. And so even if he is a lame duck, he's going to do his job and then, let the pieces fall where they may. But I do think, ultimately it'll get done. I'm not 1,000% sure on that, but I still feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
All right, next one, and this is a short one, but I thought it was a good one because you know who we really haven't even talked about this entire offseason, and I get why, Bryce Johnson. But he was a contributor to the team last year. I think he hit pretty well for the spots he was put in. But Tony's up first. Do you guys think Bryce Johnson deserves a spot on the opening day roster?
It depends on what the roster looks like. But I think Bryce certainly did some nice things for the Padres last year off the bench in the time he was up. But I don't know that guarantees him a spot. Padres are able to sign a bench piece that
they signed 5 Eugenio Suarez's in the next week.
Right.
He probably didn't have a spot.
Johnson,
they're gonna. It just depends. But he's certainly gonna be a candidate, and you can feel pretty good that you know what you're gonna get from him too.
Chris?
I think he's going to have to play himself off the roster in spring training.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's on it based on what they have now because he did well enough to earn a spot, I believe, coming back.
All right. Final one. This was actually given to me from the Skraby Show chat last night. We were talking about free agents and which guys we would sign, but Tony Gonsolin's name came up. And I thought that was very interesting because in 2022, he was the it guy, but he's dealt with a lot of injuries as of late. He hasn't pitched much as of late, but he is out there. So, Chris, would you take a chance on Tony Gonsolin?
I'm going to go no. To me, it's, shame on you if you take a shot at me once, but it's shame on me if I take another one. I mean, he's been hurt like 4 times, right, in the last couple of years.
It's been tough for him.
You're right about the 16-1 season, but that really was now 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Since then, and even when he pitched the last couple of times up, ERA was around 5.
Yeah.
So I don't know that he ever got comfortable. So I'm going to go no.
All right, Tony. Going to take a chance on Tony Gonsolin?
If I'm willing to take one on Max, I think I have to be willing to take one on Gonsolin.
Oh, yeah, Max, yeah.
Max
going to the Hall of Fame, though. I don't know that Gonsolin's going to get there.
But they both had the same. The thing that's holding you up is his injuries, though, right?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, Max has had injuries. Gonsolin has had injuries. Gonsolin's younger, probably less mileage at this point.
31. So a lot of pitchers are in their prime in 31.
I wouldn't mind taking a flyer on him. I think Padres have been pretty good in terms of guys they bring in, keeping them healthy or helping them turn the corner on health. I would take a flyer on him for sure. Right price, of course.
Yeah, for the right price. It's always for the right price.
Right.
We always have to preface it with it's for the right price.
Right.
Because then when they don't sign him, it's like, well, you guys said they would sign him. Yeah, but I said it was for the right price. All right, that's it. For Padres Pen Pals.
Is it me or you, Chris? It's you, Chris.
I don't know.
I think it's you.
Really?
Yeah.
It's one of you's got to fill 5 minutes.
When do you want to talk about the Washington quarterback? Can we hold off any longer?
No, that's good.
All right.
That's a good 5-minute convo.
Let's get the first the story, as I understand it, and then if something's changed, let me know.
Okay.
He signed, because we already talked about earlier, right? The Old Miss running back signed a return to Old Miss. This guy signed a return to Washington as the quarterback, signed a whole new, NIL deal, whatever it was. And maybe, I don't know, 4 hours after Lane Kiffin got the LSU job, and a lot of people, I don't know that they have any proof of this, but they believe Lane Kiffin is responsible for trying to,
They don't have any proof of it, but it is.
But they're all
it's a very
surmising
easy target
this.
at this
That's
point.
right. So they're all surmising that Lane Kiffin is somehow, had his hand in this, and now the Washington quarterback is out or wants out, and now the third part of it is that UW wants to sue.
Oh, they're going to sue.
Or they're going to sue. What are they going to sue for?
They have a binding contract, according to them.
Okay.
About this NIL deal. And so at this point, this is the first time that I know that a team is pursuing this route. I think there was a rumor earlier that there was a school threatening to do it, but as far as I know, the Washington Huskies have said that's what they will do. Now I'll read you the agent of Damon Williams Jr. has relieved himself of duties. He is no longer representative. He's dropped by his agent, Doug Hendrickson. And Hendrickson posted on social media, he said, I have made the decision to end my representation of Damon Williams Jr. effective immediately due to philosophical differences.
I'm kind of happy to hear this. What do you mean? What do you wonder?
No, I was just joking. I wonder what the philosophical differences are.
How many agents would do this? I mean, he's going to get a big payday at the end, isn't he?
Damon is an incredible talent, and we wish him and his family the best in their future endeavors.
Okay, well, I hate that.
Yeah, I
Why?
do too.
Because I don't need that.
Because the Dolphins risk Mike McDaniel and his family happy days today as well.
This is an agent who is relieving himself of duties, but also doesn't want to.
I wish he would say this. This kid's an idiot. He's making a bad decision.
Why? Why does he need to do that? Why would you want to burn that bridge? For what?
I mean, you don't want to burn the
Right.
bridge,
I think-
obviously, and that would be my anger and frustration taking out if I was the agent. So I can't do that either.
The
'cause that's
agent
not
could have
professional.
stayed, but I think he wants his reputation to be, because I'm sure his word was involved in this too, as he's talking and negotiating these deals.
Yeah, so it's like a revenue sharing agreement, and everybody is saying LSU, Chris. You're saying that it's not proven, but everybody out there, all reporters are saying that it's
everybody's
LSU.
saying Lane Kiffin's hands are in this. They have to be.
Who's saying that?
Everyone.
Oh, reporters, Ross Dellinger, Pete Thamel, like those bigger reporters are saying that LSU is involved. But can you imagine a place where LSU pays his legal fees so that he comes and plays for LSU, gets him out of the contract, pays the legal fee so he could play for LSU?
According to the details,
would that be something you guys would be surprised by?
According to details of the contract, Washington is not obligated to enter Williams into the portal or otherwise assist or facilitate the student athlete's transfer to another college or university. Throw that little tidbit in there.
I you know what? I want it to be Lane Kiffin, right? Like I want him to be the guy mucking this whole thing up so that there's more reason to despise him. But I don't know where this is what the problem that college football has created for itself.
Oh, yeah, totally.
That is,
isn't it?
To me, that is.
So we're going to blame the kid and give him a hard time, and he's just doing what he's allowed to do, I hate to say.
To me, that is really the standard across the board,
Right.
even for Lane Kiffin. These guys are all being able to act like this because the NCAA, whether it be because they're scared of a lawsuit or whether it be just because they haven't been very good at kind of commanding these situations anyway, that it falls on them. They have done nothing since the courts have ruled however they ruled to try to curb the wild, wild west as we know it.
Chris,
it's easy to point at Lane. It's
No, I get
easy to
it.
point at the kids. But if they fix the rules, or if they try to fix the rules at least.
I think there would be anger if he wanted to transfer, but because he signed the contract, they thought he was locked in. They were like, he's not going anywhere.
Not only that, I think in terms of winning football games, because they thought they had him, they didn't go after the other 8 quarterbacks that were available that they probably could have got.
Yeah.
Instead,
Take that $4 million.
this dude said yes, and now he, for whatever reason, whether it's because of Lane Kiffin and LSU or whatever the case may be, he wants to go out.
Look, Jay Billis on the basketball about the Baylor kid signing said it is the rules right now that you can sign him. So how can you be mad at Baylor for signing him?
Yeah, that's the way it is right now.
Chris vs. the Fans is coming up. 833-288-0973. Let's play.
Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Skraby. Little Chris versus the fans headed your way. 288. No, not 288. 833-288-0973. That'll get you at least in line to take on Mr. Ello, who bounced back with a win yesterday. No, did he bounce
Well,
back?
somebody ended up winning, but
he got a couple wins before.
Questions.
Yeah.
I want to get this job. You know how Skraby says this sometimes? There's like these jobs where people get paid and they don't really make
anything?
a difference.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that Greg McElroy, the ESPN broadcaster, doesn't do anything, because he does.
Oh, no.
But when he comes on ESPN and there's a 1.5-minute clip of him here heaping praise on the Ole Miss quarterback, Trinidad Chambliss. Nothing wrong with that. But then he spends half of this explaining why Chambliss will be critical tonight when Ole Miss faces Miami.
Chris, Tony.
Is that possible that he couldn't be critical? He's the quarterback. Of course he's going to be critical.
You got to remember, he is talking to people that might not know anything about Ole Miss.
You think?
Yeah.
Do you think that people on the ESPN.com website know so little about football that they don't think the Ole Miss quarterback will be critical to the outcome of tonight's game?
I'm thinking he did it for TV and then they just posted it online. Where is he doing it from?
I don't know. This is online. So
no, I know, but like, do you see?
Oh, I see what you're saying. He might have recorded this on
Yes.
TV for people that are new to the sport.
Yes.
Nah,
Okay.
I don't know.
I will say I'm
Are
not
you on my side,
I'm kinda
Tony,
on your
or
side on this. I've been
Really?
I've been feeling this way about Mr. McElroy.
McElroy in particular?
Particularly.
Okay.
In
I didn't want to do this either, but I'm not a big fan of Greg McElroy either.
I think it's his hair that bothers me.
What, has he got too good a hair?
No, he
has
needs,
hair.
he needs to go ahead and let it go. Is
Oh,
what
I
he is.
see.
He's up there rocking the.
Yeah.
He's very he's very positive, which is not a terrible thing.
I
but
don't mind that. I
just don't be so
don't be
master
obvious.
the obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, who's going to decide? Well, Chambliss tonight will be critical. Come on. I mean, you got to be getting paid more than some high school kid who could say the same thing about his high school game.
Now let me ask you this:
on a
do you
Friday
think some
night.
producer came to him and said, "Hey, this is the segment we're doing"?
No.
Listen,
Because I
think
would
he
come to
said
you
it
and
twice.
Chris and be
You
like,
know
"Who's
what?
critical today?"
I'm
And you'd be like, "I don't want to do it."
I'm pretty sure the producer did say, "Hey, this is what we're going to be talking about,"
Yeah.
but it's kind of up to him to kind of figure out what kind of slick thing he can say up there that'll catch the audience attention.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not so mad at Chris's anger.
All right.
Wow, Andy Bennis on the screen right now. Bennis the Menace, apparently.
Some old footage.
Yeah,
You guys ready for Chris versus fans?
let's do it.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, the rules, or actually the prize first. You're qualified for a chance to win the grand prize: 2 tickets to Sammy Hagar at Dolby Live at Park MGM, a 2-night stay at Park MGM Las Vegas, and a $100 gas card. Sammy Hagar returns to Vegas with his Best of All Worlds Las Vegas residency. Get ready to rock with your favorite hits from the Van Halen years, Sammy solo hits, and more, only in Las Vegas this March 11th through the 21st and September 18th through the 26th at Dolby Live at Park MGM. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Rules. And guys, I just realized we have JD Lester calling in on the other side, so we should
pick this up.
Yeah, but you have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get it right, you move on. If you get it wrong, Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question, or you win if you're a first-time player. Let us know before you get into it, and you'll get that first question for free today. All right, let me get the contestants up and ready to go. Let's go to first caller with Scott.
Hello, Scott. How are you on this Thursday afternoon?
I'm well. Hope the same for you guys.
Thank you, Scott.
Yes, thank
Very
you.
nice. Here we go. First question. What is the 3-letter acronym for paying college athletes?
NIL.
Nice.
I didn't know if that was explainable. Good job.
I remember when it first came out, people didn't know what it was. NIL,
No, we were calling- we were calling
NLI.
everything
Yeah,
NIL.
Yeah, it took a while.
Anything that had money to it. NIL. He figured out that was not the case as we got into it. All right, question number 2. All right, I'm going to make a little change to this question because I think it might get you into trouble.
Oh, gosh.
What is the official term for contact violation in basketball?
Oh, I see.
Contact violation.
Contact violation?
Yes.
What is the official term?
I'm lost.
Wait. What
Good
does
luck
Scott say?
to you.
Let me
Scott.
read it. Let me read the original question.
How did he originally say
Well, you are right. It's going to change it.
It is. Hold on, but I'm going to see if it maybe gets him to the answer.
Okay.
What is the official term for an excessive contact violation in basketball?
I think that's better than the first
But
version.
it's
Okay, well, let's see what answer we get first.
Scott, what do you?
Flagrant foul?
That's what I would go
See,
with.
That's why I removed
Tony
it.
did the right
Where's his
thing.
answer?
So
Tony did the
we'll
right
give a
thing.
different question, but the answer
No, he moves on.
Okay,
Yeah, let him have it.
the answer is personal foul.
Oh, personal
But I knew
foul.
if I added the excessive part, it would lead to that
a
answer.
flagrant
to
I
a
thought it was,
flagrant foul.
I would have said technical, but that would have been wrong.
I would have got
Would
it
a
wrong.
technical foul been right
No.
for an excessive personal
No,
foul?
it's a flagrant.
Excessive
it can
moves
be.
into flagrant.
There are flagrant technicals, but for the way you asked the
Oh, wow,
question, I would
okay.
have said a flagrant foul.
Good
All right.
job, Tony.
You're on to the next question.
All right, Scott, you're on for the title here.
Is that real?
Oh no!
The second to last one?
Yes.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
that
I
real?
just learned this like 2 days ago.
What was the snowboard initially called?
First name for the snowboard.
Snowboard, the item that people go
the
down a
equipment
mountain.
that you go down on a mountain. What was it originally called?
I have no idea.
No kidding.
He's gonna pass it to you, Hello.
I know, Chris. If Chris gets this, I'm gonna. Well, I won't say I'll quit, but
you consider it.
Yes.
He does.
Yeah, Scott, we'll see you at the Las Vegas. I don't even know what a snowboard is, barely. I mean, you know what I mean? Like I skied if I ever did that. I don't even know what they would.
you're not gonna
Toboggan board?
That's not
I
bad.
don't know. I mean, I have no idea.
Oh, Scott is.
That wasn't it, huh?
Toboggan board
wasn't
was not it.
I'm afraid to say this, but because it could be completely wrong, but because it seems like it.
Yeah.
Snurfer.
Snurfer.
What?
What? No, that's a snorter.
Oh, that's a snorter.
Snurfer. Snow surfing.
Oh,
A snurfer.
Yeah, snow
Wow.
surfing.
And so who said, you know, this is stupid? We're calling this a snowboard.
Oh, I have no idea about that, but I got into this weird wormhole of finding
I
out
think
how
they
the
should have
snowboard
stuck with
was invented.
snurfer. I think that's a little more fun.
Snurfing?
I need my snurfer.
I'm a snurfer.
You guys want to go snurfing?
I don't hate that.
That feels so fake. Is that real?
That's real.
Wow.
Go look it up. Original name of the snowboard. Snurfer.
Snurfer.
I just wish that somehow, somewhere, somebody had told me that, and I was able to come up with that to.
I'd have fell out of this chair
Yeah,
if you
to totally shock you,
said, "Oh yeah, snurfer."
I've never even heard the word. So
I know it's not
had
a
no
word.
chance. Scott, hang on the line. You are the qualifier today. You mentioned Andy Bennis. They're showing this game on baseball, MLB Network. This is one of the all-time great games.
Yes, it is.
It is a game 5 between
Vince Coleman.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to get to. That was exactly what I was going to get to. The Yankees are playing the Mariners, and it's the 1995, and the wild card round. The Yankees won the first 2 games. They went to Seattle. Seattle won 2, and so they played the 5th game to decide it. Now, the Mariners had never won anything in their history to that point.
This was Dave,
and
this
the
was,
Yankees were the Yankees, of course.
This was Don Mattingly's last crack at it, right? Here.
Don Mattingly finally had a chance to go somewhere. Well, Andy Bennis started the game for Seattle. Now, I would have lost every wager on that. I don't ever remember Andy Bennis even playing for Seattle, but he did for that half of the season.
Bennis the Menace.
And he got the start. And then Vince Coleman was the Mariner leadoff hitter. I don't ever remember Vince Coleman playing for the Mariners. In this game.
You know what's funny is I'm looking, Derek Jeter's on the bench right now. The first
Tony
inning.
Fernandez started at shortstop and played the game for the Yankees. So I don't think Derek Jeter was either there yet.
No,
or what?
he was just on the bench. I just saw.
Okay, so he didn't make the crack the lineup that
It's hard
day.
hard to hear Derek Jeter being on the bench.
that's
It's just
something.
not something that happened very often.
Some of the other names from that game: Jim Leyritz pinch hit for the Yankees in that game. Anyway, it came down. It was a classic game because Griffey tied it with a home run in the bottom of the 8th. They went into extra
And he
innings.
scored the winning run too.
He did. The Yankees got one in the top of the 11th, and with 2 outs, I believe. No, I beg your pardon. It was 0 outs. I always thought it was
Wade
with 2
Boggs
outs.
at third base.
Wade Boggs for the Yankees. Yeah, interesting. But I think it was Edgar Martinez hit the shot into the corner.
Yep.
And Griffey raced all the way around to score the second run on that and win the game. Classic finish.
Ruben Sierra only 35 at that time.
You got one of my all-time favorite former Padres, Joey Cora, in there
Yeah.
at second base for the Mariners. He homered in this game, a rarity for Joey Cora.
Love Joey
The
Cora.
only reason I knew the Mariners team back in the day was Ken Griffey baseball.
Everybody, yeah.
Well, Tino Martinez.
Oh, shortstop for the Mariners that day was not
A-Rod?
A-Rod pinch ran, so he was not even in the starting lineup yet.
Oh,
Felix Fermin. I don't know that he's
Is that
related.
I was going to say,
to
is
our
it related to
Fermin.
Freddie Fermin?
I don't know. Anyway, those were the days. All right, that killed a minute. When we come back, JD Luster, you're taking us. Oh,
Hold
no.
on, hold
Yeah,
on.
you are. Sorry.
I don't know if I'm gonna get to talk to my man Jesse, because looking at this picture, he looks like he is in the building wherever this game is being played.
Jesse might be at the U game.
He definitely looks like he's in the
That
building.
don't look
Good
like it's
for
off the
him.
TV screen.
No,
Good for
that
him.
doesn't.
Well,
Good
you
for
should be there. Why not?
Good for you, Jess.
All right. Well, you should definitely. Let's call him. Get him on the air. Get a live update.
Where are they playing? I think it's in Arizona.
In Arizona.
Yeah.
So he
Fiesta
probably is there.
Bowl.
All right, let's get to break. On the other side, JD. Is JD coming up next?
Yeah.
JD Lester.
That's what Chris just said, Carl Schaeffer.
Or Gwynn Chris.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Well, not too bad out here. Just a couple things I need to mention. One of them is a stalled vehicle on the SeaWorld Drive off-ramp, southbound 5. And south 805 before the 163, we are getting reports of a large tire in that left lane. And Kelly Danick, Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.
Hey everybody, it's Skraby here for SD Fat Loss. I lost 40 pounds in 60 days with SD Fat Loss, and things are going well.
Fans, apparently, according to the AP, the Lions have already reached out to the fired Dolphins coach about being the offensive coordinator.
That would be nice.
I like
He'd
that.
have some tools to work with.
He'd have a lot of tools to work with.
Yeah. And they just fired their offensive coordinator the other day. Gwynn and Chris, 419. Coming up in about 45 minutes or so on that college football playoff game. Ole Miss and the U. And we think Jesse is at the game.
He's at the game.
So good for him.
Him and his son Jonah are both there.
Wow.
He went to the U, right? He's not just a fan. He went to the U, right?
He's a Hurricane through and through.
Right.
Do we know what years he went there? Was he Ken Dorsey years?
He was there when it was lit.
Popping?
Yes.
When it was
Frank
lit.
Gore, Clinton Portis.
We went down there my junior year to play them, and he was
when you were at baseball, played down there?
Yeah, he was there same time I was at San Diego State. So he actually, one of his first interviews was actually my pops.
That's crazy.
As San Diego State head coach.
Wow.
I mean, the U was so dominant in college football.
So dominant.
For, how many years we going? 7, 10?
It like started 99, it felt like. Well, the second iteration of the Hurricane.
Because they started with Howard Schnellenberger.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that name. He won the first one with Bernie Kosar in 83 when they beat Nebraska.
And then Mr. Johnson came
in. And then Jimmy came in. And then Dennis Erickson picked up, and he kept winning championships.
What was the other guy that won in the 2000s?
Larry something. He was a dorky looking guy.
He did not look like the other football coach.
Yeah, Larry Corker or something. Yeah, he didn't look right. He didn't look like he belonged there even. But
they were good, though.
They were good that year. Yeah, so Miami's trying to win their first title, I think, in 24 years. Ole Miss is going for their first in 64 years. And then Oregon and Indiana, they never won one.
You know what?
So it's going to be somebody new.
You know what I remember most about going to the University of Miami for that 3-game series is being on campus and seeing so many Cadillac Escalade EXTs. And I'm positive, and it was like the punter, the kicker, they're all pushing these bad boys around.
The NIL was popping.
It was popping before there was NIL. But I think McKinney was the offensive lineman. That was like the biggest one of their high picks that year. I remember seeing him out there.
I'll tell you one thing: if Ole Miss wants to, win this game tonight, one thing I think they should avoid is spending a lot of time looking at the Miami sideline, because Michael Irvin, if he doesn't intimidate you enough, how about Ray Lewis?
Ray Lewis is over there.
That'll make you miss a tackle.
They both look like they want to get on the field.
Right. Yeah, so they'd be better off just kind of avoiding that. Miami won the championship 83, 87, 89, and 91. So they won 4 in 8 years. And then 2001 was the one you're referring to, Tony. With Larry, whoever he was.
Corker,
the final title.
Remember Jim Tressel and his sweater vest?
I remember them winning that game.
That was a game where Miami was supposed to win the championship, and Ohio State beat them. Yeah, down at the Fiesta Bowl.
A little very interesting story. I watched that game. I was a junior.
Ohio State.
I watched that game at the Hooters that was down here. Down the street
from here.
Yeah, it was like may have been over in Mission Valley.
They still have that one actually. I believe it's the only one in town.
I went there with a couple teammates. And
how would you know, Chris?
It's on my way. I'll be honest with you, it's on my way to Trader Joe's.
Believe me, I know it's still there.
Well, first of all, I have been to Hooters in my life, okay? But secondly, it's on our way to Trader Joe's. We drive right by it all the time.
You know who was my waitress that day?
Oh, you know who your waitress was?
Because I went to school with them. I knew it. It was one of the Bella twins.
Oh,
it was Nikki.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
And I remember that game, and I still can't watch replays to this day because of it, because Willis McGahee's knee.
Oh, yeah.
Went in a completely wrong direction.
Yeah.
But that was a good game, though.
A lot of good games.
A lot of Miami folks not happy about that pass interference call at the end of that game.
Correct. And they brought it up about 100 times last week when they played Ohio State in the playoff.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Normally the Aztec guys are right on time with the call, so I'm sure that something is practice was extended, or
Do you
that
think
would be
foul
my guess.
play?
Foul play? No, I don't think foul
like
play.
when Tony fell asleep.
Yeah, JD Luster's supposed to join us. Hopefully we'll be able to catch up with
figure it
him.
out.
But the Aztec guys have always been right on time, so I'm imagining that Dutch probably ran a little long with something today, but we'll try to catch up with them. They're playing Fresno State Saturday night. We're going to Utah State tomorrow. You been up there, Tony?
Utah State. No,
Yeah,
I don't think
I
that
wouldn't
they went
recommend
in the
it.
conference when
Yeah,
I
I
was there.
wouldn't highly recommend it. There's nothing to recommend.
What city is it in?
Logan, Utah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, there's not much to recommend.
Now I get them confused. Utah is going to the Utah State's going to
Utah
go
State's
to
going to
Pac-12.
be in. Yeah,
but
we're
the
going to.
Reno is staying back.
Nevada and UNLV both stayed back. I believe because Nevada wasn't invited necessarily,
It's
and
like,
then
nah,
UNLV,
y'all stay there.
right?
We're
And
good.
then UNLV did not want to split off because I think UNLV should have gone. Right? They're legit, but they didn't want to break away from Nevada, so they're staying. Wyoming staying, and New Mexico, maybe one other, but I know that we never get to go to Laramie again.
I was gonna say, are you sad you don't get to go to the
That was
Dome of Doom?
Yeah, no, I'm not sad. I did ask Stacey Terry Hudson after the game the other day if she ever wanted to maybe reschedule up there in a non-conference, and she said, I think I almost had to bleep it. And she said, absolutely not. She did not want to go back up there ever again. And there's no reason to. It's a hard game no matter what up at that altitude.
Well, who was it that
Those altitude games are
yeah.
no joke, man.
Smokey Gaines said they
Oh God,
they
that was
put
a
the
great
gym.
Who told us that story?
Was it
I
Ziegler?
can't remember who told us
I don't
that
think it was
story.
Ziegler. No, it was Ted. Ted told us
Oh,
the
That's
story.
right.
yeah,
It was
so
said
it
like
was.
Smokey sold it to his guys that although they had the altitude in Wyoming, the arena was, what was it, pressure packed or something?
It was gosh, what was the word?
What did he use? Oh, that was funny.
It
It was
was
pressurized.
Pressurized,
right?
Yeah,
and so
like a
they-
plane, like a plane.
Yeah, so you wouldn't feel it. And the guys all had to believe him. They didn't know any better. They couldn't look it up.
Yeah, especially there was that extra information was not easy access at that point.
Smokey, Ted, I think, was there for the speech and did everything he could not to break up. Smokey Gaines was the all-time salesman. You guys would have loved Smokey. He was one of a kind for sure.
I know one Smokey that I love. Smokey!
From Friday.
From Friday. Chris, have you seen Friday?
The one with the barber shop where Eddie Murphy's all the
No,
characters.
No, that's
that's
coming to America.
no. That is Coming to America. Yeah, you're
No,
right.
Fridays with
I'm
Ice
pretty
Cube.
sure he hasn't seen
No,
Friday.
but Fridays is a barbershop one, isn't it?
No, that's barbershop.
Oh, that's barbershop. Okay, well then I
Friday's
haven't
the
seen
one with
Friday.
Ice Cube and
Chris
Chris Tucker.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's great.
I guess I'm.
I
I
think
guess I haven't.
I think Chris would like the movie.
I don't think Chris
When
would
Devo would
You know?
I
come,
think Chris would like that.
Why
movie.
not?
I don't think you would. I don't think you would. I don't think you would
I
get
liked
it.
Coming to America. I
Yeah, no,
liked,
that's
it's not the
Nutty
same.
Professor. I mean,
It's
is that
definitely
no
not
good?
the Nutty Professor at
Nothing.
all.
What was the one? What was the serious one about the about NWA with that came out a couple of years ago?
Straight Outta Compton.
Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
I like that
enjoyed
movie,
that.
but I
That was a good
guess they left a lot out.
Yeah, they can't. It's a
They probably
2-hour
had
flick.
to.
But
they can't fit everything that
The
happened.
criticism was they didn't put like the bad stuff in there as well as the good stuff.
Well,
Do
do you
I
know
thought they put some bad in
They
there.
definitely had some bad. in it.
Bad as in like showing them in a bad light.
Well, he produced the movie.
I was
So
about to say, you think they're
what do
going
you
to
think
put
he's
some?
gonna do?
Dr. Dre and Ice Cube both had a big say in
Oh.
how that movie was.
Yeah.
put
I mean,
together.
I'm not complaining about the movie. I thought
That
the
was a
movie
great
was
movie.
great.
Loved it. All
I
right.
thought
I don't think-
when I first saw that movie that I thought Easy-E would be a really good nickname for me till I realized that he met the untimely demise.
Yeah,
and
no,
so
yeah.
it didn't seem like a nickname I would use.
Hey, if that hadn't been the case though,
right?
I would definitely be
good.
calling you Easy
I
on
know.
the show
I think it would have worked.
for
Can
sure.
you imagine? It's Gwynn and Easy-E.
I think
it
I got a
would've
little
been
ring
good.
to it myself.
I do too.
All right, probably should go to break.
Yeah, we're not going to get JD, and if we do, we'll sneak him in
figure
a
it
little
out.
bit later. I think what Big Five is coming up. We got our NFL picks in the 5 o'clock hour, and I can't wait for this, honestly. But we can't get it in, I don't think, till the top of the hour. Tony found some
gold for my
some
two friends
gold
here.
criticizing Lane Kiffin. We've got to play this for you.
He is calling right now. So
Well, you're the producer. I don't know
Just-
what you want to do.
Yeah, you guys,
let's take him.
All right. Put
let's
him
take
on
him.
for a few minutes then.
But what happens to Big Five?
We'll do the Big Five, but let me
All right,
take
let's
him.
take him.
Hold on. Let me get him.
Oh, you got to get him.
Skraby's got to say hello.
Let's all listen in. It's Skraby.
Skraby's talking to JD Luster right now. Okay.
JD.
Good, JD. How are you, sir?
How are you, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good.
doing well, man.
Did Dutch put an extra drill in today or something at the end of practice? Because you guys are always right on spot, you know.
Yeah, that's my apologies.
It's all good.
I had to.
Well,
I'm on
blame
daddy duties.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm
on daddy duties.
Daddy duty will
duties,
definitely do that.
That
for sure.
does take precedence. Coach, we do have a few minutes. We appreciate the time. Both Tony and I watching the Nevada game, obviously, the other night. I don't know if we were hopeful, but we're thinking the corners starting to be turned a little just by the way you guys kind of shook off the early struggles and won a really nice a nice get on the road.
Yeah, that was Nevada's a really good team, and they're good on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively. They really challenge you. Offensively, they do a good job of moving without the ball and making you guard for 30 seconds. So that was one of our emphasis is you got to guard for 30 seconds. You know, some teams, they want to play fast. They want to shoot it early in the shot clock. Nevada, they're the opposite. They're disciplined. They want to really make you guard. Then on the defensive end, they're very versatile, especially how they guard ball screens. So they can switch it up. Sometimes they'll hedge ball screen. Sometimes they'll switch. So it was a tough game, and that's a tough place to play. So I tip my hat off to our guys. You know, we started off in a hole, and we found a way to come back.
JD, I'm interested to hear from you on this. As you guys have gone through the early portion of the season and had some of the inconsistencies, you come into a game against a very good Reno team, as you mentioned. What were you guys looking for early in that ball game, especially as you guys got behind there? What kind of things were you guys looking for to kind of signal to yourselves, okay, I think these guys got it?
Well, we just had a tough game against Boise State. You know, we went into 3 overtimes.
Yeah.
And that was on Saturday. Then you turn around and play on Tuesday. So, we knew going into the game we had to manage our guys. We tried to manage them 2 days prior to the game, just manage their bodies. But we just wanted to come out with some energy and not come out flat. And I think we came out flat. But one of the things that we have is we have depth.
Yeah.
So, usually we could find 5 guys who got it that night. And I think when we made our subs, Taj DeGorville came in. He had 10 points and 5 rebounds in the first half. Sean came in, Newman, and made a big 3. Like it was a collective effort. And I thought our guys, our second unit came in and really helped us.
And I thought, too, Miles Bird was nice to see him get back in form, have his kind of game. And, it was a good team win. There's no doubt. And hopefully going forward, this is a big boost. I want to ask you real quick. I was reading this story in the paper today by Mark Ziegler about a timeout late in the game that Dutch called. And he apparently, I'm sure he talked with you guys on the staff, but he remembered a play that you guys ran against Nevada last year. And he thought this would be a perfect time to put it in. And it worked. I think Guath got a dunk out of it. But I love these stories. You coaches your memories are incredible, right? That you could be on the sideline during a game. How did that all come about? Take us through that a little bit, because I loved it.
So last year, he put that play specifically in for that Nevada game. And one of the things that, I tell anybody that will listen, Dutch is very good at scouting. I always feel like we're the best prepared team whenever we go out there and play, because he's so honed in on the details. And the story behind that play is actually funny. We stole that play from Fresno. We were watching Fresno running against Nevada, and we seen that the way they were guarding, and we were like, well, the big is always open if he just slips to the rim.
Right.
So we stole it from Fresno. We ran the same play Fresno ran against them the game before, but we put our own little twist to it, and we got 3 or 4 dunks last year. So Dutch being Dutch, he saved it to the second half. He didn't run it in the first half.
Wow.
Because he didn't want them to be able to make adjustments. So in the game, it was a challenge that we challenged, and since we were able to challenge, it gives you time while the ref is looking at the play.
Yeah.
So as the players run over, and Dutch is like, we're going to run box floppy. And during that time, we subbed in, right? So we subbed in. This is important because we were playing, we had a small lineup in. So Nevada tried to match our small lineup, right? So when we subbed in, they didn't sub in. So now we're big and they're small. So I could tell that they went over that play a few times during the scout, but when they went over it, it was a big in the position, not a guard. So when we ran it and we came off, the guard didn't do what he was supposed to do. He switched out, which gave Magoon an opportunity to get a lob, and he came down with it and dunked. And the whole Nevada sideline, all the coaches was like slamming clipboards. They were like throwing their hands up in the air, and I'm like, so I told Dutch, I said, Dutch, they went over it. They just had a different, like, they had a small lineup in. They didn't adjust when we adjusted.
That's,
so,
you know, this is very intricate for maybe a casual basketball fan, but to a real basketball fan, this is the kind of stuff that I just think is the greatest. And it's the reason why we're successful.
Yep, it's chess. It's chess. You always got to play chess, and I think Dutch is always one play ahead, and I think that was brilliant because we needed a basket. You know, that game towards the end was going back and forth, and anybody who could steal a basket and get a stop, they probably was going to win. And fortunately, that was us.
Well, JD, you guys off to the 4-0 start, despite maybe not being at the expected level. Aztecs sitting in a good spot. We appreciate you coming on, spending a little time with us.
Thanks, JD.
Yep, thank you guys. I apologize.
No,
no apologies necessary.
Get back to daddy duty.
No apologies necessary. All right. They got Fresno tomorrow. We got to get caught up on a break, so we'll get to some traffic and all of that now.
We'll actually get to the traffic on the other side. Big Five. And breaking Padres news.
Ben and Woods on the...
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight around that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfuss and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over here or something.
What are you thinking to see it for the first time?
I'm thinking that
hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, who not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place, so I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Toby?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there. So.
What are you thinking of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place. So I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Toby?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
4:42 on the clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Skraby. I think we got to get right into the big five here, huh? 4:42.
Yes. We're going to carry over.
Traffic?
Traffic is ready.
Let's just do a quick version today.
Yeah,
that's up to you guys.
Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
Here's some big
From
fun.
the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Got a crash in the Balboa Avenue off-ramp, northbound 805, couple cars involved, and an accident in the North County, northbound 15, right at the 76. That's over to the right shoulder. New year, new goals. Start with your car at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. A fast oil change and essential maintenance checks help keep you moving into the new year. Check it off your list. Visit SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Ready when you are. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we'll get right into it. I just want to say that we are broadcasting live from the Bill Howe Studios. We know how, or the Bill Howe Palace.
We know how.
We know how. All right, let's get into it. And I told you all there was some breaking Padres news before the break. The arbitration, or they have avoided arbitration, the Padres, with 6 players agreeing to terms with Jason Adam, Mason Miller, Adrian Morihone, JP Sears, Freddie Fermin, and Gavin Sheets on 1-year contracts through 2026. Now, I don't really have a question for you guys because this just happened.
I'm really excited by that.
Well, because
Tony, anything?
No, because my question is.
No, you got a question now.
Well, my question would be: do you guys think this is the right idea? Yeah, the answer is yes. So
All right, good. On to number 4. Told you we were going to go fast.
Okay.
Number 4.
No analysis on that at all.
There's nothing to analyze.
They brought him back.
They were always
coming
We
back.
would have already known they weren't bringing him back because it would have been called non-tendering.
No,
But
good point.
Since they had already tendered them a contract, this was inevitable.
So this was the deadline for not having to go to an arbiter.
Ding!
And AJ Preller, I don't believe has ever
never happened.
Never gone on
Never
arbitration. All right, we're on to number 4.
I tried to get us to number 4 quickly, but you keep.
He blames it on us, though.
I know.
Driven by shedding payroll, a trade sending Fernando Tatis Jr. to the Detroit Tigers is seen as a possibility as proposed by fan-sided Christopher Klein. None of the players in the return, though, are Tarik Skubal. Here's what he wrote, quote, "It does not feel like the San Diego Padres are going to trade Fernando Tatis Jr. this winter, but there has been enough chatter of seismic changes in San Diego, enough smoke blowing on the wind to at least consider the possibility. If the talented outfielder does wind up on the market, the Detroit Tigers make all the sense in the world as a team in need of that foundational superstar level bat." Now, this is not going to happen, and he even says that in his own answer. But Chris, my question
He
is,
said it in his own answer to his question.
He said it does not feel like the Padres are going to trade him, so I don't know why he's writing about it. But Chris, my question is, Tarik Skubal in this trade is not involved, but he would have to be involved for Fernando to go. Is Tarik Skubal worth selling the farm for 1 year?
Nope.
Okay. Tony?
The farm? What
He's
farm?
really into this quick thing.
Well, we've discussed this 100 times. I think an everyday player who's an MVP candidate is always more valuable.
The farm is Toddy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's just more valuable than a ace pitcher.
Because if you were talking about the farm, I'd be like, yes.
Like no, Toddy would be included with some farm members.
No.
All right. No, he says.
All right,
Tarik Skubal did.
We're on to number 3.
He did avoid
We're on to
arbitration
number
22.5 million dollars. I was doing my usual news searching and came across an article written by dogpounddaily.com.
Usual. He said,
"Can you get us some decent, places of journalism?"
Your usual news reading day?
I go to like Google News and I go to the sports section and I just scroll, and I found it from dogpounddaily.com, and they're claiming
the Browns?
Yeah, they are claiming the reason Kevin Stefanski, and if you don't know why I'm saying that, Chris said his name was
Chris
Stefanski
coined
the other day, right? Got fired, and it was not because of Deshaun Watson or Shador or Dylan Gabriel. According to reports, owner Jimmy Haslam was upset watching Joe Flacco shine in Cincinnati after being traded earlier this year. And I should know.
You mean Jimmy Haslam didn't want to blame himself for all the stupid blunders
I
ahead
believe
of that?
Yeah, I believe that he has to sign off on those things. And I should note, Pete Prisco reports Stefanski never wanted Deshaun Watson in the first place. Dog Pound Daily, though, they are upset that Stefanski was fired. They said, you can't fire a 2-time coach of the year. You can't do that. This is so Browns. Revisiting this, Tony, did he deserve to get the boot?
Yes.
Okay.
The whole Browns thing is weird because they got like different segments of fans. Like there's a large portion that was pissed at Kevin Stefanski for not playing Shador earlier. There's a portion that feel like it's stupid to fire the two-time head coach of the year. I think this is the right move. I mean, a lot of the things that they won the last 2 games of the season. They might have been able to win a few more if they went to this a little bit earlier.
Shador did provide a lightning bolt.
I just think I think he met his own demise, right? The Deshaun Watson thing was not his fault. However, we did watch Deshaun Watson go from a MVP caliber quarterback to not even recognizable as an NFL player under his time watch. We saw Baker Mayfield come in the door. Y'all let him go.
Yeah.
We saw.
Why doesn't Stefanski get any blame for any of that stuff?
None of it. I mean, there's a lot that happened under his watch, and whether it was his fault or not, typically in professional sports, college sports now, if things are happening under your watch, whether you had a direct hand in them or not, you are the one that's blamed since you're in charge.
Yeah, I guess so. That's kind of unfair, but it is
That's
the way it is.
kind of how it's always been.
Chris, did he deserve to get the boot? Stefanski.
The 4 years that he did not win Coach of the Year, he was 23 and 45.
Oof.
So
Oof.
enough said.
All right.
Number 2.
Okay, I've been waiting all day to hear Chris's reaction to this, but Peacock has announced feature changes for subscribers to potentially be able to mute
Well, this
announcers.
doesn't involve me because I'm never going to be a subscriber.
And change crowd noise levels during the broadcast, according to the
So
Sports
you can
Business
mute
Journal.
the announcers and change crowd level.
Now, the adjustments will be limited to streaming only and are part of the platform's new upgrade to Dolby sound products later this year. But from the press release, throughout 2026, Peacock will be onboarding more live sports into Dolby Vision and Atmos experiences, including Sunday Night Football, NBA, MLB, making every play feel as vivid and thrilling as being on the 50-yard line courtside or sitting behind home play. Now, I have actually watched a movie with like
Dolby Digital.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is
It's
cool.
legit. It's legit.
Like, if I could get into a place where I'm hearing the field and it's like on the right side and the left side, I think I would definitely try that out. But Chris, you're up first. Will you use this feature?
The announcerless feature or the Dolby?
No,
Vision?
well, that is what it is.
Okay.
So you could choose to get rid of the announcers and raise the crowd noise, or you could lower the crowd noise and use the announcers.
All right. Well, on the announcer thing, just answer me one thing. Is Joe Tessitore going to be working at Peacock?
I heard Joe the other day on the holiday.
Showtime. He was so bad.
He was so
Even
extra.
Lori was like, "Who is this guy?" She didn't even know what watching the game.
I
barely.
felt the same way last time listening to him last week. I think.
Come on, man. Yeah, I think people will try it. It is fun, but I turn the sound down all the time, as you know.
What do you do? Okay, this is like Jake Cronenworth driving without anything on in the car. What do you do while you're watching and the sound is off?
Well, it's not completely off. I just have a little noise,
white noise, basically.
light noise.
But you're watching the game.
Yeah, but I don't need to hear everything they're saying unless it's somebody I like Troy Aikman or Tony Romo. Most of these guys don't say a lot that I'm all that interested
Skraby,
in.
your eyes are gonna get stuck in the back of your head. You keep rolling them like that. But it's the truth.
The Dolby, which is the Dolby
Digital?
yeah, that's never. I guess I would like it. No, I guess I would like it, but I don't think I'll ever have a TV that'll be popping enough to make that really work.
Popping? Yeah, you will.
You
TVs
think?
are going to start coming. No, I think that this is you have to be set up for it, but it's going to come standard.
Yeah.
Tony, would you use this feature?
I do use this feature.
You already do.
Yeah, Dolby Digital is not.
No, I'm saying
for
like
Peacock?
turn down. Yeah, for Peacock.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I like most of the. There are very few announcers that I'm like, oh, I can absolutely not stand to listen to them. There are just very few, and so
My list is much longer than yours.
it is,
Which is really
Remember,
mean.
I've grown up because of my dad and his video, listening to many different voices. And so it's kind of like the norm for me.
I think it's mean of me to do that because I myself am an announcer, and I'm sure there's people out there who have heard me and go, "Oh my God." But my advice to all, my advice to all you, do what I do. Turn the sound down then. It's okay.
All right.
Number 1.
According to Yahoo Sports, Brock Purdy was the most common quarterback on Yahoo Fantasy Championship winning teams with a 20.5% roster number. Now, you may remember he played the Bears in Week 17, which is most championship weeks.
I believe that's the answer to this, right?
303 passing yards.
I bet you Bijan was on everybody's championship roster because he had 50 points
3
in the last
passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. So my question for you guys is this, Tony. Is Brock Purdy a QB1 candidate for your fantasy team next year?
No, because he plays for the 49ers.
Yeah, I couldn't have every week.
He won't be at the top of my list because of that. Some of my fantasy picks, a few, I should say, are based on can I watch you?
Agreed.
Can I watch your team?
I agree.
But you can't watch my team?
No, I'm really not a fan of watching the Niners.
It would be hard for me to have McCaffrey. I couldn't root
That
for
one
you.
I would make an easy exception for.
He might be an exception.
Easy.
Yeah,
But
I struggle. I agree with you, Tony.
Yeah.
I mean, the Brock Purdy is, I think, he's a QB1 to answer your question.
No question. He's a
But I
QB1.
think so are 12 other guys. So I don't mind having one of the other 11.
Okay, that's a better answer. That's
You
a
know?
better answer.
That's basically what
Hey,
I'm saying.
I've never picked Brock Purdy, so there you go. Chris, you already said it. You already answered. All right. When we get back, we have a couple different directions that we can go. We have our NFL picks at 5:20.
But we got to play the guy ripping on Lane Kiffin.
That's what I was
Everybody's
going to
tune in for that.
Old Jimbo. Old Jimbo gets at Lane Kiffin.
To break we go.
Crisello, Tony Gwynn Jr., Skraby. Skraby's got the Chronicles coming up after the program. And you stay tuned. You'll be kept up to date on the college football semifinal game, which Tony and I were just discussing during the break. There's only been like 8 plays run in this game. And you never know how it's going to turn out. But it just looks like Miami's a lot stronger and bigger and just meaner. The first time Ole Miss had the ball, the poor Ole Miss quarterback was running for his life. And now Miami's got the ball, and they're just kind of bludgeoning their way down the field.
Down their throat.
They're on the first drive. They're down to about the 25-yard line. No score yet. But, again, if 8 plays tell the story, Miami's looking very good so far. Speaking of Ole Miss, though, Lane Kiffin, love to hate him. And so, with that in mind, Jimbo Fisher.
Apparently Jimbo loves to hate him, too.
Yes, the old coach at Florida State and then on to Texas A&M where he made more money than anybody had a right to.
I think he had the highest buyout prior to, who was it, Franklin? Was it his buyout?
James Franklin?
Oh, James Franklin.
No. What's my man at LSU?
Oh, yeah,
Brian
the
Kelly.
LSU.
Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly got the big buyout.
That's what got the governor's ire. It was like he gave Jimbo Fisher the biggest buyout.
Nice
now,
job.
Yeah, now
you needed the accent, too.
The governor threatened to bring President Trump into the act
to make the next
LSU.
coaching pick.
Right.
You think he would have picked Lane Kiffin?
Probably.
I'm not going to comment. I am going to let Jimbo Fisher comment, though, because Tony set this up, but I guess he was asked about.
He was on the ACC network, which is where the Miami Hurricanes come from.
Right.
And they were had a pregame show. And here is what Jimbo had to say about the whole situation.
Selfish. That's what it is. It's stupid. And because here's why I say that. He wanted to coach and thought he didn't get his way. So everybody get on the plane with me. You don't have a job. All right. And he makes them all go. Then he gets down there and takes a PR hit because it looks bad that you really don't care about the kids. Then he says, okay, you can go back. But here's where he screwed up.
He thought they were going to lose.
He thought they were going to lose to Georgia.
Exactly.
And now the portal thing was all over with, and it was going to be all over with. He said, oh, I'll look like a hero. Now he's got egg on his face because the real Lane came back out. You know what I'm saying? And if those guys were allowed to coach the first game, they should be allowed to coach the fourth. Because those kids are doing something that you get one time in your life to ever do.
Literally.
That team and those guys one time. And as a coach, listen, I know I've left a job. I get that. But if you took them on and said they're never coming back, that's fine. You set the rules of the game. You don't change the rules in the middle of the game. And as a coach, it's hurting the kids and it pisses me off.
Well, there you go.
Oh, Jimbo, I don't need to add to that.
Came in hot.
He was upset.
At first,
I did like how he snuck in there. I left the team because he did that to Florida State.
He had to put that disclaimer out there.
Snuck that in there. But basically what he's saying is Lane Kiffin, took his coaches with him
because
to
he was mad because he didn't
LSU.
Get the coach.
Then they said he was a bad guy. So he said, okay, I'll let him go back. But he only did that thinking they would lose to Georgia and they'd be eliminated. But now that they beat Georgia, that meant he'd be without his coaches for another week and a half. And so now he wanted them back. That's all Jimbo Fisher's saying.
Well, I know Weiss.
Or what he's saying.
I know Weiss is still coaching this game in particular. So I don't know if he took all of his coaches back.
Weiss is the offensive coordinator, right? He better figure out a way to block these guys quick. Miami kicked the field goal, by the way.
Ploy. Maybe it's a ploy.
Oh, Lane Kiffin sent Weiss in to mess up this game?
Yeah,
now we're getting out of control.
Here we go to this Skraby. What'd you call it? The
conspiracies. Well, the other one is that the story came out a little bit ago. We talked about the Washington quarterback.
Oh, he's going back
who
now.
left Washington after agreeing to come back. Everybody thought Lane Kiffin was the reason he was trying to leave. Yes, the story now from the ESPN college football guy, Pete Thamel, is now the Washington kid is going back to Washington. And so now we can
title of the story.
So now we can say maybe Kiffin withdrew his offer. We'll blame Lane Kiffin for everything.
QB Williams runs reverse.
Yes.
Stays at Washington.
I think maybe he realized he signed a contract.
Do you think his
agent left him?
Came back? You think his agent was like, "Nah,
come
good."
back? Yeah,
Ooh, that's a good point. I don't think you can come back after you leave someone, right?
Yeah, well,
as an agent.
It's an agent, baby.
Can always go
Making a
home again,
statement.
Scrape.
What?
Can always go home again.
That's true.
I think that was a line in an old movie.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it was a good movie.
Maybe Williams realized he was taking a PR hit and was like, you know what? Maybe I should go back.
I love how we do everything when
after you get in trouble.
Yeah, after people start trashing you, it's like, oh, let me do the right thing, and you need to forgive me.
I said to Tony, I'd almost respect Lane Kiffin more if he just continued to be a jerk.
Pete Thamel did say that Lane Kiffin and LSU were the likely destination for Williams had he left Washington.
Wow. So I think the PR would have been so outrageously bad for both this kid and Lane Kiffin.
It was enough.
That I bet you Lane Kiffin himself said, we just can't pull this one off.
No, it's not worth it.
I mean, if this kid honestly announced he was going to LSU, Lane Kiffin, as much as he is disliked and despised now, there would have been another level.
I tell you what, Demond, you better have a good year, bro. Because if you go out there and you don't play as well, at least as well as you played last year, these folks are going to be.
I thought Skraby had a good question yesterday, which was, why do kids? I mean, the kids read this stuff, don't they? They're on the internet. They see what's happening. Why would they be interested in Lane Kiffin and playing for him? And my answer was $6 million. Will change your mind in a hurry.
Yeah,
but not every kid that plays there is going to get that kind of money. So why would you go play with a guy who you know, or you should know, because really doesn't have your best interest at heart?
I tell you why, because it could literally be the case for every college coach. And I tell you, and I say that because all of them, every single one of them,
except Tom Izzo,
except for Tom, will leave if there is something else better out there. It's been a long time. What is it? I think. Can't remember the last coach that entertained going somewhere else and said, you know what? My heart's here.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
There must be one somewhere, but
I feel like I was in my teens the last time I saw it.
Yeah. You can't, every Aztec fan right now, worth their salt, knows if Sean Lewis goes 10-3 or 9-4, whatever they finished again.
You're being naive if you're not thinking that.
Yeah, you just know he's gone. And no matter how many wonderful things he says and does here, he's going to go. He just is. Because why
wouldn't he?
Coaches are already vagabonds. You know how we talk about, I think the hard thing for most of us would be to pick up your family and move again and again and again. But understand that before they become the head coach, most likely they've already been an assistant at like 12 different schools.
Already been doing
so they've already been doing it. Not hard for them to pick up and go again.
That's a great point, because I think oftentimes we see the head coach and, we think of him as only a head coach, especially in the game of football. I don't know of anybody who just was given a head coaching job. Like, you have to work your way up through different position.
Philip Rivers might be.
Yeah.
Going from Pop Warner to the NFL, as far as he's concerned.
Doesn't happen like that very often.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right.
These guys move all the time, so it's not that difficult. And if you're Sean Lewis or any coach, I'm not picking on him, but if you're Sean Lewis in his spot, and the Aztecs can only pay him so much, Michigan State or somebody says, hey, we want to bring you to the Big Ten, and here's what we can pay you. He'd be silly not to. Brady Hoke left us for the
Michigan,
basically the same reasons. I don't think Brady Hoke, in fact, I know Brady Hoke. I think he was a great guy all the way around. And I know that he left at the very end. It seemed like it was a little, tense exit. But I remind Aztec fans that Brady Hoke, your memory's not very good, because Brady Hoke was pretty responsible for getting this program back on the map when it was nowhere near the map for so many years. So I choose to try to remember some of that. All right. Well, let's can we break a minute early? No, will you get mad about that?
He said we cannot.
Traffic's not ready yet.
We cannot.
That's why.
We got our NFL picks coming up shortly. I think I mentioned Miami kicked the field goal, 3-0. Ole Miss second possession here. Let's see if they can block these guys, because that's going to be not much.
Ooh,
and that's another problem if you're Ole Miss. They completed a pass, and the guy wasn't even able to turn around and run before three guys hit him.
Yeah.
They may shut these guys out the way they're starting this game, Miami, on
I know.
defense.
I wish I could be next to my man Jesse Ackler right now, who is
He's got to be getting a little excited, even though it's only the first quarter. Their defense.
wow.
How did they lose 2 games? They lost to SMU and to Louisville. Louisville.
Guys, Rob Manfred may want to start an in-season tournament for baseball.
No way. That's coming out.
Evan
at the moment?
Drellich just sent out an article. He was on WFAN today, and he talked about alignment. He said, like, teams in the same market won't be in the same division, so they're not gonna group up the Yankees and Mets, Cubs and White Sox. But yeah, the in-season tournament is something that's mentioned.
Why? I can't wait to see Tony
we
try
play
to
162 games as it is.
Well, that's going to be a part. It's
going to be like the NBA Cup.
He's copying the NBA.
I can't wait for Tony and Skraby to have to explain the standings in the MLB Cup in mid-May.
Oh, man.
Come on, man. Fred.
Hey, you know what though? If just playing devil's advocate, it could possibly produce a little bit of more adrenaline during the portion of the season.
I can see us being very excited. The Padres won an in-season tournament.
I mean, it doesn't mean that it's a World
No,
Series.
you don't think so, Chris?
I'm just saying.
No, you're the one that doesn't want them to put a banner up.
I
At the
wouldn't want them
Staples
to put a
Center.
banner, but I
So
think
would you want a flag to go up?
No, I don't care about any of that. I think it would be in the moment very exciting if the Padres
in-game
won.
season, huh? In-game tournament.
All right, let's go break on time, Skraby.
Yeah,
right.
let's go.
Ole Miss went 3 and out again. Miami 3, Ole Miss nothing. NFL playoff picks are finally at hand. Next.
From the 855.
show currently. Miami just moving the ball up the field.
Again. Yeah.
They look like the better team right now, although they just got a holding penalty that took away that big gain they had. But we, on the other hand, need to get to our NFL Pick'em playoff edition.
Yes, we do. Can we crown the champ from the regular
go
season
ahead.
quickly?
Crown the champ.
Yeah.
You want to crown him? Crown him.
I turned his mic off when he said
did.
what he wanted to say.
I am
the greatest.
The champ is here.
Darn right. You know, Tony won the last 2 years. So
Well, this is the biggest
quick
year
to
of-
point that out.
This
but
is
I
the
did
biggest
win
year of
this
your football life. You win a fantasy football championship. You win the Gwynn Chris
Had a
tournament.
big year. And my favorite team was 7-10. So it was a great season. All right. So this is how this works.
I mean, it can't be perfect.
Yeah, right. You're right. I honestly don't mind another 7-10 as long as I can win the fantasy championship, frankly. I've seen enough 7-10s, so I'm used to those. All right, here's what we do. We pick all 6 games, no spread. We just pick the winner. But it's a confidence ranking. So first pick will be worth 6 points, 5, 4, 3, all the way down. And we'll keep the point totals as the playoff goes along. The most you can get in the first round is 21 points if you get all 6 games correct. That's pretty tough to do, but we'll see. Anybody want to volunteer?
I'll go first.
Tony Gwynn Jr. with his 6-point pick. What do you got, Tony?
Oh, my God. He threw that backwards. My first pick.
6-pointer.
Oh, man. This is tough.
Got to. Which game do you feel most confident that your
Give me the
pick
Rams.
will win? The Rams.
The Rams.
They are favored by 10.5, but they're on the road, and they lost at Carolina
They did.
not long ago. Rams, he says.
6-pointer.
Skraby, that's your 6-pointer. I'm Skraby. You go last. I've decided. I just wanted to get that in.
Skraby got his pen and pad ready.
He was all set, excited.
Only to go last.
I even did the pen click.
I go Rams as well. I think the other 5 games are almost all toss-ups. This is the only game that, at least on paper, it seems a little one-sided. I will go with the Rams for 6 as well. Scrape?
I got the Rams too.
All right,
I think
all
this
three
is
of us
the
got-
easiest
Yeah,
game.
that might be the one.
This is where it gets dicey.
Gets a little crazy now.
the
All
rest of
5.
them.
These other 5 games, there's no more than a 3 or 4 point spread, I don't think, in any of these other 5 games. So, Tony, who's your 5-point pick? He's thinking. There's a tough one right here. The rest of them are tough. I don't think there's any game here where you for sure feel you're going to get 5 points.
Yeah. Let's go.
So funny. I've been thinking about this all week, so I'm ready with my picks. Tony probably
That's
just started thinking about
It's a
it
4-hour show, bro.
Let's
5
go
minutes
Pittsburgh.
ago. Steelers for 5.
Steelers for
Oh
5.
man.
You want care to explain your thinking, or
I like
just
this,
going with
I
the
li-
Steelers?
No, I like the Steelers at home.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't.
they have won 23 in a row on Monday nights.
I
And
don't
This is a Monday night game.
I don't trust Houston's offensive line in a
Okay.
game like this.
All right.
I think that's going to be the difference because I know, you know what I trust? I trust Aaron Rodgers against this really good defense.
In this spot.
Yeah.
Funny because I'm taking the opposite for 5.
Houston.
I'm really bullish on Houston going into this playoff. Now, they have won 9 in a row, so it's understandable. But I like who they're beating. They beat Jacksonville. They beat Buffalo. They beat your Niners earlier, but that wasn't in this 9-game streak. I just think they're playing great. And I keep thinking of the Buffalo game where they just annihilated Josh Allen. I think Rodgers will get the ball out quick. I think Houston's better. And of all the rest of the games, that's my 5.
I love how you didn't. I love how you didn't name the rest of those opponents. By the way,
I don't have the rest of them. I just know the good teams they beat.
some of them are.
Yeah.
Colts. Well, Chargers is good.
Yeah, they beat the Chargers.
Raiders.
I thought that was an impressive win at
Cardinals.
LA last week.
Chiefs.
Oh,
Yeah.
solid.
All right. I'm taking Houston. What do you got, Scrape?
I'm going to
Your
go
five-pointer.
with the Bears.
Ooh,
Bears.
And the
for
reason I'm going to do
5.
this is because the Packers have seen like Micah Parsons when he got injured has taken all of the wind out of their sails.
Packers have lost 4 in a row heading into this game.
They are limping in. The
Okay.
one thing I'll say is Caleb Williams. I'm very interested to see how he deals with his first playoff game. But he's at home. He's got a good coach. He's got the fans behind him. I think the Bears beat the Packers.
Bears beat the Packers for 5 points, says Skraby. All right, we're down to the 4-point game.
Dang, this gets hard.
Getting harder and harder. Tony, you got you can't obviously pick the Ram game or the Steeler game. What's next for 4 points?
Give me the Jags.
First of Jaguars.
Give me the Jags.
Over Buffalo for 4. Jags at home.
I kind of
Again?
like this one today because we're all over the map. Usually, this first round we're pretty like
Right. This is
aligned.
going to be all over the map. It truly is. You like the Jags?
I like
Any
the Jags.
particular reason?
They made me a believer over time. I didn't think they were as good as they were. I got to
They've
give
won
my
8
man
in a
Cohen,
row, by the way.
I got to give my man, was it Liam
Liam
Cohen?
Cohen.
I got to give him some credit, man. He got those boys coached up. I know Trevor Lawrence has kind of been iffy for a while. He turned it up this year.
I think in the last 6 games,
He's playing.
he's got a
He's
15
playing
to 1
fantastic. He's playing like
TD
the
interception.
the prospect that they all thought he was. This last 6-7 games.
Okay. They've won 8 in a row. Their last loss was to Houston.
Houston.
All right. My 4-point pick. I'll duck, but I'll take the Eagles. And I don't feel great,
That's
honestly, about it.
That's fine. That's fine.
I did read today, and if this is true, then I would honestly even move the Eagles up.
Oh, no.
Which I can't.
What did you
But if
read?
Trent Williams doesn't play, I just don't think you have a hope in hell.
I think he's going to play.
I think he will too, but he's still iffy, and that's dangerous
That is very dangerous
for the
you're right.
49ers. The Eagles do seem like a little like OKC. They kind of just cruise through the season, but they're starting to peak right now, I feel. So for all the rest, that's why I take them at home for 4. Skraby.
Jaguars.
Also Jacksonville.
The reason is, I mean, this is Josh Allen's playoffs to get to the Super Bowl.
He better.
Yeah?
He don't have no Mahomes. No Jackson.
No.
Right.
The two, he can get through those. He can get through the Jags. I think he's got a pretty good shot. But his team, this team is just not consistent
Nah, it's
whatsoever.
not.
You
It's
don't
not.
know if you're going to get the team that scores 40 points or if you're going to get the team that barely can move the ball.
They barely moved it in that game
And
against the Eagles, I think it was.
And to
There's
me,
been a few of those.
that's when Josh is at his worst. When he knows his team is not.
He tries.
He
puts it on his back.
Takes
and
more
then he
risks.
does the thing where he runs like 20 yards backwards and in circles. And
What
then
he
gets
does
sacked.
what he does better than anybody we've talked about is he runs in the snow.
Yeah.
He's not going to get any of that.
No, not in Jacksonville.
In Jacksonville. All right. Interesting. Scrape, what do you want to do?
And
Break?
another reason
Here?
Trevor
Go ahead.
Lawrence and the Jaguars a couple years ago almost beat the Chiefs in the playoffs in Kansas City.
So you're feeling.
I'm feeling that.
Feeling the
I'm
Jags.
feeling it.
You want to break and then do the other 3?
Just keep going.
No, we need to go to break.
Okay, fine.
We don't have anything in the next segment anyway, do we?
Oh no, we don't. But I was feeling it.
Oh no,
All right, well,
no,
take a
can't
break.
feel it. Put
Catch
your
your
feelings
breath.
aside. Let's go.
Catch your breath.
Get the break on time.
To recap, Tony's gone Rams, Steelers, Jags. Scraby, Rams, Bears, Jags. I've gone Rams,
Eagles.
Texans,
I'll take
Eagles.
Texans, Eagles.
All right. Well, we do our 3 2-1s, which are going to even be tougher. Also, our Super Bowl picks. toward it during the Spiros commercial. Couldn't help it. Miami seemed to be in early control of this playoff, but as we were speaking there, the running back for Ole Miss, Lacey, the guy who just signed a contract extension, which is crazy to me, but he just ran 73 yards for a touchdown. I mean, it was like just straight up the middle, and off he went. So Ole Miss is taking a 7-3 lead.
Carson Beck needs to get his accuracy under control here. He's
not very good right now,
the
but Miami does have a ball and a little movement here early in the second quarter. Ole Miss 7, Miami 3. Gwynn and Chris, Crisello, Tony Gwynn Jr., Skraby, we got our picks. We're going to give you our Super Bowl picks at the end of this. Right now, we have all of us have named our 3 most likely winners in this weekend's wild card round. Now we move on to the toughest of them all, the 3-point, 2-point, and 1-point picks. But first, Skraby wants everybody to check a little traffic.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Okay, you guys have had months of practicing driving home in the dark, so please tell me what is up with all of these accidents all of a sudden. Crash involving a motorcycle on the coastline, South 5 before Harbor Drive, appears to be blocking middle lanes. Also, 2-vehicle accident, South 805 near the 15. It's over to the right shoulder. Another crash up ahead, just past Palm Avenue. Car and pickup truck involved there over to the right shoulder. And a 2-vehicle accident on the Friars Road off-ramp, northbound 15. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3, The Fan.
Trying to watch the game, which is always difficult.
Which is funny because all the people on YouTube can see us just.
I know. Sorry about that, guys. All right, 3-point pick. So far, Tony, you picked the Rams for 6.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, yes, we got a biggest
biggest
Oh,
fan.
yes, we do.
Biggest fan.
Back to the picks momentarily.
Yes.
Get the biggest fan while I watch the game.
Good boy. Congratulations to today's biggest fan, Philip Dublata Jr. I'm sure I am not saying that right, but Philip Dublata Jr. of San Diego. Give us a call within the next 10 minutes at 833-288-0973, and you'll qualify for a grand prize, 20 tickets for you and your friends for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padres game with all the fan staff later this season, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Remember to register your name at 973thefansd.com/biggest-fan. Philip Dublata Jr. I am sorry if I mispronounced your name. 10
on
minutes.
the clock, Philip.
833-288-0973 starts now.
And well, that's what I said earlier. You want to enter the contest and have your name mispronounced on the radio. That's what you want to get into. All right, Tony with the Rams, his 6-point pick. Pick the Steelers over the Texans for 5. Jags over the Bills for 4. Now his 3-point pick. You got obviously 3 games to choose from. Tony, you got 3 points. You had the whole break to think about it.
I was watching the game, though, so I wasn't really paying attention
you
to
didn't
that.
think about it.
I went Rams,
Steelers,
Jags. I'll follow that up with the Eagles.
Eagles over the Niners. It doesn't surprise me that both you and I picked against the Niners.
Yes.
Do you have any reasons here, or you just?
I just think the Eagles. I think the
Eagles.
Eagles are a better team. We can't forget that the 49ers are not at full strength.
They haven't been all year, though.
Yeah, but I think this is where it catches up to them. When you get to this type of year and this type of competition, a full strength Philly team who you said is ascending right now.
Seem to be.
I think so too. So I'm gonna go with Eagles.
All right.
Eagles.
3-point pick for me. Recap: I took the Rams for 6. I took the Texans for 5. Eagles for 4. I'm going with the Pack. Pack. I think the Bears are going to lose. I haven't been big on the Bears all year. They've proved me wrong time and again, winning a lot of really close games. 2, Caleb Williams' first playoff game. I never liked a quarterback in their first playoff game. But 3, I thought the Packers kind of controlled both of the regular season meetings. Remember, the Bears only won the second game because they recovered an onside kick, which set them up to tie the game. I think the Packers are slightly better. I'd feel a lot better, though, if Micah Parsons was playing, if he were the Packers. But I'm going to stick with them. Green Bay for 3. Skraby.
This is where
Skraby, by the way,
my...
you recap Rams, Bears, Jags so far.
This is where I pick my 49ers.
The
I'm going to put them right in the middle.
49ers.
Put them right in the middle.
Points.
Because I can't pick against them.
No, you have to pick them.
It's really not right in the middle.
3? 3 is half of 6?
There is no middle.
There's no middle.
With 6.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. There's either an
There's
upper
a
third
five.
or a lower third.
There's a middle, right? Exactly. You put them on the lower third.
Hey, guys,
You have no
your
faith.
own team.
You obviously have no faith in your own team.
I want to do something off camera.
He can pick against his own team. Because I remember 2 years ago when we did this, I picked Buffalo 6 points against Miami. I had no belief in Miami. In that
You turned
game.
out to be right.
I think Chris is right. If Trent Williams plays, they have a shot. If he doesn't play, I don't think they
That's
have
why
a shot.
you put them in the bottom third?
Yeah, and their defense is really beat up. Like, they're playing practice squad guys that
I
they
know.
picked up 2 weeks ago kind of thing.
They're doing a hell of a job with it. I have to admit that.
But,
it's
yeah.
going to be hard to overcome it.
Maybe CMC takes over or something like that.
You're going to need them.
Yes.
All right. We're on to our 2-point game. Tony, you can pick between the Bears, Packers, or Chargers, Patriots. Those are both the 7-2 matchups, by the way.
I'm definitely picking the upset here.
For 2 points?
For 2 points.
It is
the Chargers.
Chargers, go. All right.
I think
cross-country trek.
I know it has not done well for the Chargers in the past, but I do believe in their quarterback. I think him taking that week off last week to get healthy,
fresh.
he's going to be fresh. And I also think he remembers how poorly the last playoff appearance.
His last 2 have not been really good.
Ended. Yes.
The Jacksonville game, he let that. Remember, they led 23-0, and it got away, right?
Yep.
And then last year, he really didn't do well against the Texans.
I don't even remember
I think he threw 3-4 picks last year.
I remember how bad the Jaguars was because he was playing so well until the end of the game.
Yeah. One good note for the Chargers I saw today, they're getting one of their tackles back. I think Slater, who has not played all
Rashawn
year.
Slater's coming back?
He hasn't played in the game the whole year.
I
believe
that's
he's coming
huge.
back.
If he's healthy enough to participate.
Wow, I think he tore his bicep or something.
That could be a big. They're not getting the other one, Joe Alt, not coming back.
Wow, if they get Rashawn Slater back,
could
that's
help.
a big deal.
All right. My 2-point is going to be the Jaguars. I agree with you, but not as confident as you guys are, I guess, in the Jaguars because of Josh Allen. And if you pick Buffalo, that's the only reason to pick Buffalo, isn't it? There's nothing else. And there's just been something wrong with that Buffalo team all year.
In a lot of ways, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are kind of working with the same type of offense, like no wide receivers. You depend on your running game and your tight end, and if those don't work, it's all on the quarterback.
And you start running around.
Yep.
Buffalo has very little defense. I think Jacksonville can get up and down the field. I'm going to take the Jags for 2. So all 3 of us are taking Jacksonville in that one. Skraby, you are down to either the Charger game or the Steelers Houston game.
Well, I definitely cannot pick the Patriots because of how much hate I have.
Yeah, of course you're picking against them all.
So I'm going to go with the Chargers. I do think the Chargers have a good shot to win this game. Jim Harbaugh, he just prepares his team really well.
Man.
He's really good.
Super well coached.
Yeah.
But he didn't look good last year in the playoff game.
That's because his quarterback decided to play for the other team, though.
He did. I think, this is kind of the moment of truth for the Chargers a little bit. I mean, Herbert now has had 2 playoff games. He's had 4 good seasons. It's time to win one of these games.
Do you remember me saying it often the last? I mean, I probably come off of it the last couple of years, but he is the most talented quarterback that has somehow ducked criticism.
He gets criticism.
No one ever rips him,
but he doesn't get criticism like other
mild.
quarterbacks.
It's very mild.
Yes.
Yeah. He's going to get it if he doesn't win this time, I think. All right, we're down to the last game.
Oh, if he doesn't win this time, he has to get criticism.
Yeah. Final game for you, Tony, is Bears Packers. 1 point.
You already know. You know who I'm going with.
Caleb, but you don't like him enough. You don't like him enough. You only went 1 point.
Well,
you
I'm
don't believe
stupid.
it
I want to win this game.
You don't want to be stupid. Bears, he says, over the Pack. Okay.
Do you have any thoughts on why?
He likes Caleb.
I like
He
Caleb.
does.
I don't think Green Bay is that good.
They're not. And
especially
they're
without
hurt.
Micah. Yeah,
They're hurt more than just him. All right. I'm down to the New England Charger game. And I don't like to pick against a quarterback pick a quarterback in his first playoff game. And that's what Drake May is. But I'm going to because
you drinking the Kool-Aid.
I am a little, but it's interesting. I don't like the Chargers offensive line. I thought that was going to be the difference. And then I read that the Fluker guy, or Slater might play. Fluker's an older tackle for the Chargers. But Slater might play, so that could swing it. But I'm going to stick with New England to get a home win. It's a Sunday night, cross country. I don't like that for the Chargers. But that's why I only did 1 point. Because as good as Drake May is probably going to be the MVP, everybody says he's going to be. His first playoff game, I'm worried. All right, Skraby, you got Houston or Pittsburgh for your 1-pointer?
Houston. No, I'm going to go. I just don't believe in CJ Stroud. I don't know that he is a quarterback that can take a team to the Super Bowl or even win multiple playoff games. So I'm going to go the Steelers.
Steelers. All right. I'm not going to recap them all, but suffice to say, we all picked the Rams. You guys both picked the Steelers. I am big on Houston here and went even 5 points on that game. Tony and I took the Eagles. Skraby, as expected, took the Niners. We all took Jacksonville. Two of you guys took the Chargers. I went New England. And finally, you guys took the Bears. I went Green Bay. So we'll see how it goes. Miami did go all the way down the field. That was about a 10-minute drive.
7:41.
Man, they had the ball forever, ran it, and right on in 10-7, Miami goes back in front in the playoff game. Real quick, you guys want to do your Super Bowl projections? And I think this is maybe one of the hardest years in the history of picking the Super Bowl.
I agree.
To pick it. Seattle and Denver are the top seeds. I don't know too many people who think those are going to be the two Super Bowl teams. Will either of them even make it? The two seeds are both the Bears and the Patriots, who both have rookie playoff quarterbacks. So who do you believe in? Tony, you ready, or you want me to go first? I'll go first because I already have my pick.
All right, go ahead.
This is ridiculous, I know.
I'm going to see how ridiculous.
Well, you're going to see. I am eliminating all 8 division champs. All of them.
Okay.
I don't have a belief in any of the 8 division champs.
I mean, 2 of them, yeah.
Certainly the Panthers and the Steelers are not going to the Super Bowl. Denver just, I've never bought into them. Sam Darnold scares me with Seattle. The 2 rookie quarterbacks, New England, Chicago. Philadelphia maybe returns. Not Jacksonville. So I'm going to 2 wild card teams. The Rams out of the NFC. And I'm riding all the way with the team you guys don't believe in at all, the Texans.
Oh, okay. Wow. That doesn't make this one outrageous.
To me, the Texans or the Bills are the 2 that I feel the strongest about. And I just remember the Texans crushing the Bills late in the season. So but my matchup, if that happened, would be 2 number 5 seeds, and that's pretty hard to believe.
The AFC is weak this year in terms of having a team that's dominant, and so I'm gonna go with the Steelers out of the AFC.
What?
Wow.
Number 6 or number 4 seed, actually. They are 4 seed.
And the Rams.
You're going Steelers Rams.
I just
you're loving Aaron Rodgers all of a sudden.
I think out of the quarterbacks that are in this bad boy,
you did say it earlier this week. You said they shouldn't have let the old man in.
They should not have let this old man in. Okay. So I'm going Rams, Steelers.
So you and I are going head to head on our AFC game right away.
Yeah, we are.
All right, Skraby, open for you. Steelers did at least win Steelers did win the division, but they're not. Nobody believes in them.
7 division winning.
Yeah, nobody really believes in them. Skraby, man, Denver's available, Seattle's available, all the big teams. What are you doing?
I think Seattle probably has the best chance to get to the Super Bowl.
I'm just looking at the teams we got here.
Well, you can change if you'd like.
Who's the bye in
Denver?
Denver.
No. I like Seattle, actually. Give me Seattle.
Seattle-Pittsburgh?
For Seattle-Pittsburgh.
Okay, you got it.
That'll be a rematch of that one Super Bowl at Ford Field between.
Oh yeah, way back when the.
Was that Sean Alexander time?
Yep. Yes. And Bettis was the Steeler running back. Steelers won the game, but the refs killed Seattle in that game. If you go back to it.
All right. Well,
Anyway,
Seahawks,
you're up, Skraby.
No, the Seahawks. I have the same fear that Chris does, and it's Sam Darnold throwing the soul-crushing interception.
I just changed my mind. I'm going back to Rams. Rams Steelers. Sam Darnold thing scared the hell out of me.
Rams. He does throw these soul-crushing interceptions.
I don't think he can get through. How many games you got to win to get to the post?
Just 2.
3. Oh yeah, you just have to win to get to the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes it a
You'll
little
be
bit
home
less.
for both games.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
Don't trust him either.
All right, so I'm going to go with the Rams. I think
You're going with the Rams too. All 3 of us.
Their defense is strong enough to get there, and Matthew Stafford's probably the most explosive quarterback.
Well, he's been at a high level.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, I can't believe a Niner
pick a
fan
team.
is picking the Rams.
Your team is in the postseason. You are not
I can't
picking
pick
them.
a team that doesn't have a
You
linebacker.
Should be ashamed.
That's fine. I'd rather win this
I
game.
would like the 49er. Who is in charge of the Bang Bang Niner Gang fan club?
Take him out.
Because I would like them to hear this.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going in a different
No, you're
direction.
not. No,
I'm going
you're
in a
not.
different direction.
No, you're not. You took the Niners'
took a
most
team in
bitter
their division.
rivals to go to the Super Bowl.
I'm going to go with the
You should be
49ers.
ashamed of yourself.
And here's why I'm going to go with the Steelers.
Come on.
Because
Both of
wouldn't this be the craziest thing in the world if Aaron Rodgers last year was to face off against the team that he wanted to be drafted by way back when?
I guess
that would be interesting.
That would be kind of interesting. I would just want to go into Michael's office. That's what I want to do.
You guys are both bucking for a raise. I'm going to get fired because I'm picking against the Steelers.
Before the Super Bowl, we'll be like, Michael, your team is just so much better than my team.
I'm picking against the Steelers in the first round. You guys both have them going to the Super Bowl. Michael Valenzuela, attention. We'll see. All right, but I think all 3 of it. I'm going to tell you, I read Bill Barnwell, the ESPN guy today. His Super Bowl pick is the Rams and Buffalo. But the bottom line being, again, no division champs, really. I mean, no one believes in all of the top seeds. There's holes and youth for all of them. And I think that is why everybody is, and watch it turn out where it'll be Seattle, New England,
Denver, and Seattle.
Yeah, it'll be the same thing. It could. But.
Yeah, Fred Warner's been rumored to come back here in the playoffs.
Not this round.
Well,
not this round. No.
What is your official pick? You're taking the Niners and the Steelers.
I'm going Niners Steelers.
Yeah,
I can't pick the Jaguars because
you literally just picked the Rams, so you can pick the Jaguars.
No.
Well, here's the thing about picking the Niners. You already said Rams for everybody to hear.
Yeah, so you go ahead. You can go back on it now.
That's fine. My thought about the Rams were they were actually most likely to go to the Super Bowl. The 49ers, in my heart, they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Whatever.
Whatever he says.
Sellout fan.
Katrina has a question. Is Michael from Pittsburgh or is he just a Steelers fan? I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know the answer.
I don't know the answer to that.
Don't know it.
I think, it's definitely possible. I have a bunch of family members that are big Steeler fans.
Yeah.
Growing up watching the Steel
None
Curtain.
of them, the curtain.
None of them
was,
are from that area.
The curtain was something to watch. I obviously rooted against it because they were in the way of the Dolphins every year. But looking back on those teams, I don't think in our life we'll see a team with that many players that are Hall of Fame players, will you? I mean, Franco.
The way the salary cap stuff works.
You got Stallworth and Swan. You got Bradshaw. And then you haven't even gone to the defense.
Yeah.
That might have been the best defense we've ever seen. And I know the Ravens have a claim to it with Ray Lewis and company.
Oh, hold on.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Before we get out of here, I want to read this tweet from Jeff Passan.
Okay.
It pretty much means that Tarik Skubal is going to be traded because he filed for $32 million this year. The Tigers countered at 19. So they didn't even meet him. The $13 million spread is by far the largest in salary arbitration history.
I don't know if that means anything.
It doesn't?
No, because he's already gonna make he's that good where he's going to challenge the status quo. What Skeens get? You remember? It was 20 something, wasn't it?
Skeens?
Yeah. He got a lot in arbitration.
I don't remember, but let me see real quick. No, I think it was lower.
Was it?
It says $820,000.
Maybe he's not up. Maybe
he's not to arbitration.
Maybe
yet.
it
He's
wasn't him.
pre-arb.
Somebody who just got to arbitration got a lot. Can't remember who it was though.
All right, so this wasn't a big of a. This was a
I
Joe
don't think
Mauer
so.
moment.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Skraby's got the Chronicles.
So I shouldn't clear the entire program
No,
for
you
this?
shouldn't.
Okay.
You shouldn't.
Skraby's got the Chronicles. Old Miss field goal 10-10 as we turn it over to you for the final hour, Skrabe.
The UCSD Tritons are back on the hardwood this weekend when they head up the freeway to face the